guys. For the collective, let's see what we should know, or let's see what God wants me to talk to the collectives about, the angels. Let's see what. Okay, this fell out right here. God is teaching me. Oh, okay, so God is teaching me chess against these people. Okay, so it looks like we're gearing towards the systems, y'all. I didn't get to say it. Okay. Okay. So yeah, the systems. We're talking about the systems that are in place. Okay, thank you. Okay, got it. We'll talk about the systems. Okay, so let's name some systems that are in place. And I know I'm starting this live. Uh, I'm not really waiting for people to come in. I'm gonna start because I'm not on nobody's time. I'm not on the timeline or the time frame of everybody else. So you guys will get to this reading when you guys need to see this reading or my readings. But let's talk about the systems that's in place. So what are some of the systems that are in place? Okay, we have the school system, the prison system, right? What are some other systems that are in place in this world? And why were they created? Let's sit back and think about that for a minute. Why were some of the systems that were in place, why were they created to begin with? Okay? Right? So we just named two. I'm sure there's other systems too, the prison system. But so when these systems were created, they were created with purpose, right? Because there's a lot of money invested in them. Okay, some of these systems, like for instance, the school system, right? What was the school system made for? And why do people willingly put their kids in a school system? Knowing why it was created to begin with. What about the prison system, right? So in the beginning of the prison system, they used to do labor, right? Free labor, digging ditches, working on the fields, doing things like that after slavery, right? They created a system to imprison individuals and then get free labor, right? To get stuff done within society. Same way with slavery, right? It's just a different form of slavery. Okay. What are some other systems that are in place? Because these systems, were they created for our highest good? Or were these systems created and put in place to actually control and be a control factor, control society pretty much? And who's in control of these systems? They said keep pulling the cards. And who are in control with these systems? The whole family. Okay. So let's elaborate on the whole family, because we just talked about the game of chess, right? We talked about the systems that were created, just a few. We just touched base on a few because I really want y'all to dig deep on the two I mentioned, because there's more systems, but if y'all don't get the school system and how they set that up, and if y'all don't get the prison system and how they set that up, how y'all gonna really dig deep on the other systems and what they're really created for? You know, so I want you guys to marinate on those two systems. Okay, and it goes back in history on what those systems were created for. They can't stop my messages. They trying so hard, the whole family. They trying to stop me from getting the information out to the collective, because they knew when I was a kid, I saw through a lot of stuff. See, I didn't just get these gifts, y'all. So I saw through a lot of stuff. So they're trying to stop me from talking about the systems, educating people, teaching people about what's really going on and what they fail to see or fail to realize is going on in society. Okay, I'm gonna make new cards, but God saw everything. Okay, I don't read what's to call it, upside down cards, because how I shuffle them is always how I do it. So, but God saw everything. So, all the systems that were put in place, all the things that were done, right? God saw it all. Because these people had so much control that they forgot who's really in control, right? Because sometimes when you get a certain amount of power, you forget who really has the power, right? So when they created a new world order, these new things, because they didn't just create it, it's been happening for quite some time. Okay, that's why different people, different leaders were sent in. You have Moses was sent in. Jesus was sent in. You had different leaders sent in to actually educate the minds, the souls, and the spirit of individuals so they can wake them up to what's really going on so they can live a different life and get on path on what they're supposed to be doing. Okay, but God saw everything because everything's in God's plan. Like, how they, okay. Oh. I know. So there's other systems I have not mentioned that are detrimental, that are actually not doing what they should be doing, right? They get some control, some power, and then how they react and respond with that type of power and authority, right? Because I just pulled these cards. Y'all saw how it came out. How I do my cards. So when certain people, because there's a lot of systems that we didn't talk about, but before we talk about certain systems, I want you guys to really look at the prison system and the school system. We got to dig deeper, right? But this is another system, government systems. Government systems that have power or some sense of authority control because somebody gave it to them, right? And then they kind of, what these individuals do, who have a sense of control and power, right? Because we just pulled the cards and they said, talk about the systems that's in place. And some of these government systems that are in place, I know, baby, I know, but they picked the right one because God saw everything. Okay? God saw everything. I don't have to see it. I know it. Because you think God gonna let y'all play me? But y'all gotta go back to the beginning of how my cards fall out. Because y'all seen how it fall out. So it's needed for people to start being educated about the systems that are in place. Okay? People need to start paying attention or waking up to some of the people that say they're in control, but are not working the way God wants things to be. They're taking their power, their control a whole different level, which is actually really inhumane, by the way, but we ain't gonna, we can go deep. Like, that's what I'm saying. I go deep in my readings, but I give you guys enough to really ponder and think about in my teachings and my lessons, because there's a lot of system in place. There are a lot of different systems in place that were created for ill intent to begin with, and they continue to push out an agenda. But what happens with that agenda, certain people that are in control and have power, or what they feel is power, they go ahead and they do the most with it. Okay, so how is that better for our highest good? How is that better for society and the community? Okay, so these two cards are blank, you guys. They want me to, so on my next couple of readings, I'm going to pull more cards. But this is what's going on. Okay, there's a lot of systems in place that they want me to talk about, right? Because let's go back, let's look at these cards again. And I'm gonna do it upside down because we're gonna pull it how I received it. Okay, so we have God is teaching me chess against these people. Talk about the systems out in place. This just fell in my lap, y'all. I didn't even get to finish my shuffle. Talk about the systems in place, right? And then it says the whole family. They know what's a part of the system. Then they say God saw everything. And as I was explaining other systems, y'all, I don't want to get too deep, but this came out, y'all. This was like, no, there's other systems in place that need to be talked about. There's other things in place that need really in God. Okay. All right. I'll say it. They took the bait. And when I say they took the bait see, I'm a very humble and sweet person. I know I'll be teaching you guys a way where you guys can kind of understand and see the importance and the depths of things, and sometimes it's a comic relief. However, I'm a very humble person, and I'm a very kind-hearted person. I have pure intentions all the time. Like, there's no reason for me to have ill intent because that's not how I live and how I move. So when they decided to come into my energy space and try to penetrate it with no Vaseline, Okay? And I like some Vaseline. Okay, anyways, girl, you better focus now. Okay? Okay, I'm focused. See, that's what I'm saying, y'all. Okay, I'm focused. But now let me tell y'all. So when people penetrate your energy space, not only do you feel it, but you can see the ill intent and how their behavior is. Okay? And God wants me to bring it to the forefront. God's like, no, sweetie, they picked the right one. Because check your track record. No, they picked the right one. So he wants me to bring these systems to the surface. And I told you guys, we'll just focus on two because I didn't want to get too deep for you guys because I know it's hard to really take some of this information because when you see what's really around you and what's really going on, you're like, whoa, like, could that be? Is that what's really happening in this world? Yes, I'm so sorry to break it down to you guys like that. Like, I be trying to give it to you guys where it doesn't, like, because when you realize and you think about it, you're like, wow. These systems weren't put in place to really help communities and help society. And it takes me back to The Walking Dead. It takes me back to The Walking Dead because half of these people are, okay, I ain't gonna say, but it takes me back to when they were trying to build communities, right? But you had different people building communities, right? And when these people build these communities, they put people in place. Okay, we're going to put you in place for this. We're going to put you in place for that. We're going to put you in place for that. But guess what? They're being controlled by somebody behind the scenes. Okay? And sometimes they took their power a little bit too overboard. Like when Negan. Remember, Negan had his right-hand man, right? His right-hand man wasn't the guy with the long hair. His right-hand man actually had black hair, and they ended up having a little scuffle towards the end, which led to his right-hand man's death. However, his right-hand man, who Negan was controlling, being puppeteering, right? He was controlling him and telling him what to do. Well, he went out on his own and did his own thing and reported back to his supervisor or reported back to Negan. Everything good, man. Yeah, everything good. Don't worry, I took care of it. He didn't tell them what was really going on. He didn't tell them like, yo, I just did this to these people. Negan had no idea. Negan had no idea in The Walking Dead. And I give you guys this because that's some of these movies and these stories are examples if you dig deeper on what's really going on behind closed doors, okay? So that's really what happened. So they want me to talk about these systems that have these authority and have this power. However, what they're not reporting the information back that they're supposed to be reporting back. Instead, they're doing things that to their advantage, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, or however we have it, okay? So this is just one system. I'm going to continue to pull cards because I don't want to focus on any entity because that's just one entity, literally one entity. And if you ever read paperwork, you will see that how they word stuff. But what they didn't realize is, let me tell you, now I'm going to show y'all how I saw these cards. I looked here first, looked down, looked to my left, and then looked to my right. I'm going to read it as it came out. What they didn't realize is I was connected to Christ in a way that they can't possibly ever imagine in this lifetime. Ever. Okay? These are 2 blank cards. 3, 4. I count the cards because sometimes these lets me know who's involved. And remember, there's puppets involved. So these puppets don't have personalities. They're being controlled, right? A lot of people are being controlled. And then over here it says they're all karmics. So these karmics individuals being controlled. However, underneath it says, I'm connected with God. I'm connected with Christ, okay? Your auntie has a lot to do with it as well because everything's a money game. So with these individuals, right, people who are in these different systems that were put in place, the prison system, the school system, right? We talked about this system here, the government systems. So some of the systems that were put in place is just a money game. It's all just a money game, okay? That's why these systems were put in place because they're like, okay, so how can we make an economy? How can we make money move around and then come to us? Bruh. That's why y'all created all this stuff. Okay. But God saw everything like y'all said in the last beginning. So, okay. And God's going to say, you can have that stuff. Go ahead, take that stuff, but you ain't. Okay. God going to let them have it. Okay. They have all what they want, but in the end, is that really what you want? Because you did all that, and was that really what these, what you wanted in the end game? Because your money ain't gonna buy your way to anywhere near God. You can't buy him. He can't be bought. God cannot be bought. I don't care how much money, Range Rover, you can have any kind of car, you can have any type of businesses, stocks, investments. God can't, you can't buy him and say, well, if I give you like, look, I got a million, God, that can buy you a different cloud. The fuck? Like, you don't want your money? That's man-made. Why would God want something man-made that was intentions was for greed and ill intent from the beginning? You think my God want that? Okay. Tarot reading. So Auntie watches your tarot reading, but not only that, a lot of stuff you guys already know, but they want me to talk to the collective. And they be always wanting me to do tarot readings. That's why I did one tonight, because I really be like, I know this information. So if I know this information and I'm dealing with it head on, face on, I look at demons dead in the face, in the eyes. If I'm dealing with it heads on already, these different systems and things put in place, right? I don't feel the need to talk about it, but the reason why I'm going through it is because they want me to talk about it and educate the people about what's really going on, because these people don't know. They're not in the knowing. They think these places and these things are to benefit them and for their highest self and to help them, but these things that are put in place are actually to hinder their growth. Say less. Okay, now let's pull some more cards. 2 fell out. These cards are blank. Okay, you need to start writing on more cards. Okay, but I want to clear my energy away from these systems before I start writing more cards, because I don't want it to be geared towards, because I can literally pick up a card and write everything on that card even before I shuffle and read it out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to focus on one energy. That's why I really be careful when I make my cards of what energy I'm in and what I think about. Hello there, Creole Queen. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some more cards. This whole stack wanted to fall out. Please, I want to read this. Do I really have to? Fine. Okay. Okay. Powers and principalities of this world. Y'all, why? I told you I don't be wanting to really talk about it, but they put me in these situations because they know they need somebody who's going to have enough cojones. That means balls, though. But have enough cojones to actually speak up, and who can't be controlled and who can't be bought, right? So they're like, okay, no, we need you to go on and speak up about what you've been going through, because they want you to stay quiet. They want you to stay quiet, so they keep thinking that they can intimidate you. They keep thinking that they can treat you any kind of way. They keep thinking that they can talk to you any kind of way, and then you just gonna take it and be quiet and sit there. I'm now don't get it twisted now. I'm not gonna be confrontational with no demon, because I don't have to be. I don't fight my battles no more. So I don't have to be, and I know I got cream on my face. I don't care, y'all. Listen, like, I'm doing this message for God. I'm not doing this to please the masses, or to get dressed up, or to be like, look at me. I don't, y'all. But the powers and principalities of this world, and whatever I've been pulling, y'all got to go to the readings, how they come out, how they fall out. The things that be on these cards, because y'all see that I shuffle my cards and I do it in a certain way. But this says the power and principalities. Creole Queen came on here. Y'all, she do witchcraft. Okay, listen, we already know a lot of people. Okay, it's in her culture. Okay, I don't care about her excuses on why she does it. Okay, so they said listen to childhood songs. You see what I'm saying? Like, they give me messages all the time while I'm doing other readings, while I'm listening to other stuff. Just let me know what songs I need to channel, because I'm not really playing songs right now. An ex. So how is the ex involved with these powers and principalities? Because we have the aunt involved in some of these systems, right? But we also have an ex involved in the power and principality. Do you guys have an ex that y'all don't know? Hold on. The ex is involved. You know, because remember that text message that your phone's hacked. The phone's hacked, and they work with the police. Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay, I knew my phone was hacked because text messages will be deleted from my phone, y'all. Like, I'll be texting somebody and it'll be deleted. Or how about the cops is always be like trying to, and I don't care, because I don't do no illegal stuff. I don't do nothing. Like, I just be doing me. Like, I don't steal. I don't do none of that stuff because I don't need to. So like it don't bother me to see them or to, you know, I just keep going about my business. But it's like their involvement in the powers and principalities. This again, here we go with this different systems in place, right? Who already the systems were in place for ill intent, and then they try to intimidate, use authority, use their power, right, to control the masses. Okay, these are the systems in place. Y'all need to do a playback and run it all back to the beginning if you guys want to understand what I'm talking about as far as these powers and principalities. Okay, and what's going on in these systems that are in place. Okay, so y'all need to really like dig deeper into these systems. Okay. Oh, they mad. Wait, that's why they mad. That's why they mad. That's why they mad. That's why they mad. Nicki Minaj song. Oh, Nicki Minaj flow. You so funny. Okay. So they mad I made my own rules to everything. Because let me tell you something about me though. I'm a very humble person. I'm a very loving person. I'm a very caring person. However, individuals like to enforce control over who? Over what? Over where? Now, if the information, like if people have good information and good ideas, of course. I love good information and good ideas. Of course, we turn everything negative into a positive. Of course, we look at the glass half full and not half empty. However, I and so many others still make the rules to everything. So, okay, so we're going to do it that way. But let me tell you about the people that are in these places. They will give you an idea of, oh, you should do this. You should do this. While they shape-shifting and forming like face lying motherfuckers. And I'm like, okay. And I can see right through them. I can see through the depths of their soul and their core of who they are, whether they want to admit it or whatever. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right. So I listen to their idea. However, their idea needs to be tweaked, adjusted, fixed, transmuted, because they look at a small scale. They're just telling you do it for control, but they don't see the bigger picture. So I say, okay, I'm going to do that idea, but let me tell you how I'm going to do it. Because I know I get my guidance from God. I get my guidance from the most highest of the high, of the high, of the highest of the high. And then he has sent his angels. I got warrior angels. I got different kind of angels with me at all times. Okay? Somebody could have witchcraft on them. I could touch them and they start throwing it up. Baby, don't. Okay? So, now let me tell you, because again, that's the things that are happening, things y'all have no idea how deep this goes. But they mad because I make the rules. I make rules to everything, because why would I follow a leader who ain't leading in the best way? Why would I follow a leader whose intentions are ill? Why would I follow a leader who's not doing the right thing? Why would I follow a leader who's trying to intimidate me by telling me what to do and trying to control me? I will not, excuse me, ma'am, sir. I don't know what to call people nowadays. You know, everybody has their own type of thing, which stems from something deeper, but we'll talk about that in a different live, okay? But this is about the powers and principalities of the world and the systems that are put in place, okay? And go back. Y'all gonna have to play my back myself from the beginning. Y'all know I don't pussyfoot over shit. I go right directly to the message, because I can't wait on you guys to everybody to tune in to my lives. I gotta go ahead and start because I have so much information to give. They mad again, this fell on my lap. Again, so they mad that I make the rules to everything, but if they're following the rules of good intentions, then okay, we can do that. But if they're not, I can see right through it. So why would I follow that? So that means I'm okay with following things that are, no, I'm not okay with that. No, I'm not okay. No, thank you, ma'am. So 777 was behind the card as I was speaking to you guys. Okay. All right, these are falling out. Okay, so they want me to actually 4. That's 5. The last one. How many was in the last one? You need to 1, 2. Y'all, I pulled cards earlier and 5 of them had popped out. And 5 of them, and I thought this was 4 popped out, but 5 of these popped out again. Together that makes 10. And the reason why these numbers are they're making me focus on these numbers. Okay, and then something else just added, and they just added 1. Because what's happening is these are the powers and principalities of this world, and how they're adding different people, manipulating different people to go with their agenda, right? Because it's all an agenda, okay? The world has pretty much kind of closed down, shut down, ended, and there's still agendas that they want to have in place to still control the masses so people don't get all haywire, right? They want to go ahead and jab you like a animal that's not in control, right? Y'all know how they do animals, sedate animals, right? Before they give them medication and stuff. When they really the real beast and shit. Vampire. I don't wanna live forever. If that means I'm living in vain. Is that how that song go? I don't even know how that song go. Okay. But, okay, so these people, okay. Alrighty. And then this number pops up again. And then we have 2 more blank cards. Okay. Got my enemies, got enemies. So, I got enemies, got a lot of enemies. Trying to drain me of this energy. Trying to take away from my nigga. Okay, so the vampires are trying to drain the energy. But they don't understand about some individuals. We can actually recharge from God. God gave us the ability to recharge at all times. So, and God lets us know when it's time to recharge. But about the systems and powers and principalities in place, I want you guys to really look at the school system. Okay. So let me tell you something new. So the jab, right? They said all adults must be jabbed in order to collect money. In order to collect any type of financial gain at work, you must have the jab, right? They put that in place. At first they put the fear in place, and then they put the jab in place, right? So then they put the jab in place. Then after the adults was cool with it, y'all know they was like, okay, lining up. Me, I need to make my money. Me, I need some money, right? So all these people was like, they went in line to get the jab. So then what happens is after that, they're like, okay, these adults, that was easy. Shit, they easy. They still sleep. Okay, that was easy. Now give me your kids. From 5 to 11, they need to take kids if they're going to participate in school. How did y'all not see that coming next? How did y'all not see that was the next move of the next move? And they're going to make it mandatory where it's a part of the immunization record, where your kid has to be immunizationized or with the immunization things. And then after, they also have to have now an immunization for this. Mind you, there's a new strain that came from Africa, which there's always going to be a new strain. You know why? Because it mutates itself. It's bacteria. If you guys know how bacteria works and viruses work, you already know. And I'm not no rocket science, so I don't need to. God give me the answer. Okay? But the people somebody's around has a lot to do with the energy being depleted, have a lot to do with powers and principalities, could possibly be an X. It can possibly do with the systems that's in this world. Okay, so you guys need to focus, but this people you're around, the people that you are dealing with in the now. In the now. Okay? This is what's going on in the world around us that people like. Okay, pull some more cards. That's a Queen of Pentacles card. Why do I gotta pull that? Yep, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, thank you. And then X, I just pulled, there's another X. So an X is involved as well. An X might be a little vampire that wanted to take you with their little fangs. I got my fangs cut out, y'all. I have fangs on this side and on this side. For one, I'm not a carnivore. Okay, for one, I'm no longer in the animal kingdom. For two, I'm damn sure I ain't gonna have no vampire fangs up in me, baby. But these vampires, remember, what's that movie? Elena, the Vampire Diaries, where they got married and stuff, but she wanted to have a life with him and stuff, and then she didn't know the depths of it. She kind of knew, like, okay, well, I'll just turn into a vampire. No, but you didn't know the depths of that. He's like, well, you can't talk to your family anymore. You can't this. He was trying to kind of explain to her without really explaining to her. And mind you, before then, he already had put a spell. He put a spell on her. And now she's mine. Okay, so the vampire had really put a spell on her because the vampire kept showing up everywhere she was showing up. The vampire put a spell on her to fall in love and then get with him so that she would want to be a vampire too. Y'all look at these movies that y'all be watching. Look at these movies that y'all be paying attention to. Dig deeper. Stop looking at boyfriend, girlfriend. Don't look at oh, it looks like me. Oh, the trees are pretty. Look how they're beautiful them trees and then that beach look. Y'all know I'm just so silly sometimes. I'll be like, oh, that's beautiful where they live at. That's nice. That's just me. Sometimes I'll be looking at different stuff. I find the beauty and everything. However, dig deeper on the dynamic of stuff. Look at the dynamic of things, okay? Because after she became a vampire, she was no longer alive. But she thought that was living. Do you guys get what I'm saying? However, it's a vampire, and then we talk about the systems in place. So a lot of these systems, well. And I know you guys like vampire. Listen, if y'all tell me vampires don't exist, then ask me why when you go hang out around a different friend, a certain type of friend, right? All of a sudden you drained. You like, what the fuck? I just had energy to go party and shit. I was finna go to the club. We was finna. And all of a sudden you like, dang, girl, I'm so tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. Oh, girl, I just took a nap like a... Why are you drained after being with certain family members, after certain individuals, then with certain people? Okay, we call it vampire, we can call it draining, we can call it whatever you want to call it to make yourself and your conscience realize that these individuals are draining and they're not healthy and for your highest good. They're actually trying to take and suck the life out of people. Okay, so I need you guys to go back and talk about these systems in place, because this whole thing started about the systems in place, and then X popped up, and then vampire popped up, okay, which is somebody who drains energy from individuals. And these systems are okay, so it's a money game, but they're also draining individuals on purpose. Okay, that card is coming back too. So these people want to keep people in low vibing energies because it's easier to drain them when they're low vibing, right? Excuse me, I burped. Excuse me. So now okay. I'll take it then. Okay. They are all karmics. So some of these people in places that y'all think, oh, that's such a nice person. Karmics. And it says, get behind me, Satan. Grace. It said, get behind me, Satan. Because I don't fight my battles. I ain't the devil. Listen. You gotta fight God. And I know. Listen, you tried that battle before, and you didn't even fight God. Archangel Michael didn't, because God has angels that He deliberately made them for certain reasons, because He knew what this world could be or what it could be of. Who's at your fucking window? Somebody's outside the window, and they listening to the conversation you're having. Fuck them, 12 bricks. But they don't know I'm connected to who? See, they thought that, we keep her low vibe, she don't realize how much she's connected. Okay, but there's a lot of people who's actually connected to God, but these people are also not on my level. They know they're not, because guess what? The words that I say, they try to use it like they made it up. Boo, I know how I sound. I know how I talk. Whether it's comical, whether it's fun, whether it's being silly, I know how I talk and kind of how I phrase things. These people copy everything that another individual does. Their whole personality is made up of different people brought together, and then they try to form their own self. This is unhealed individuals, but they know they're not on the level of me, because y'all, I'm psychic, I'm medium, I'm clairvoyant, and I'm connected to God. That's me. My connection to God is even better than all this clairvoyance and all this reading. And so y'all know I don't really listen. I don't need that. Like, I'm cool with just me and God. Like, can we just chill and I'm good with that. And then the angels can be there. Like, I'm not like somebody who, I don't be tripping about stuff like this. Y'all see where I come on. Like, trying to, give y'all the information. But they know that I know what's going on. I know what they're about to do before they do it. But I allow it, because I'm not going to stop you from your detrimental plan that you're doing. I'm not going to stop you listen, okay, I just sit back. When they're trying to intimidate, when they're trying to control, when they try to, I just, okay. See, they think I'm going to go off on the mouth. They think I'm going to be like, and get all riled up. No, baby. Me no better. Because God guides me. So I don't react to what man do, because man don't know shit. So why would I react from the cluelessness and the people who don't know themselves enough, who don't even know God, and I'm responding to you? I don't respond to that. I'm gonna respond to that. So I allow them. Y'all would never believe how somebody decided to speak to me. Who the girl? You talking to me? Are you talking to me? Okay, fine. But you have to realize that these systems are put in place to have that control. You do what I say, you listen to what I'm saying. This is what these systems are put in place for. And people take that control a little bit too far. But they know they're not on the level, right? They're not on the level that they even want to be. And instead of learning from you, they say, get behind me, Satan. Because that's a demon in the system. That's a demon who is trying to force their authority on another individual. Right? Two of them. There's two people. But God. Y'all, I don't even gotta. Y'all, I used to pray like deep. Like, have to go in deep prayer, y'all. Don't make me call him name. Call on my name, baby. He like, no, call me. He like, no, call me. Call me, baby. God like, no, you call me. Stop playing. You know I'm coming. Because he using the healing phase, God was healing you when they was plotting against you. When they was trying to, have a plan and make their plan, God was healing you already. So, let's see. Oh, you're right about everything, y'all. I need somebody to wake up and smell some coffee. Because they say you're right about everything, y'all. And we just talked about the systems in place in this world. We just talked about the different systems in place and what they've been doing, how they intimidate and control the masses in society, how they put people in place and then they gave them a little bit too much authority, and how they took that authority to manipulate, control, intimidate, degrade, humiliate, so that keep people in low vibing energy so then they can continue to do their domination. And they say you're right about everything. Y'all know I don't come on here to lie. I could be doing my hair right now. I could be finishing my skincare routine. I could be writing in my little journal. I could be doing a lot of stuff right now. Okay? But I'm not. I'm here with you. Okay? Jesus. It says you right about everything, Jesus. Y'all, because y'all know me and Jesus close. Me and God, y'all, we so close that, man, y'all wouldn't even know it. You ain't even know it. You ain't even know. They wouldn't even know. Baby, boy, baby, yeah, they're falsifying documents. So the government systems that are in place are falsifying documents illegally. Like, yo, if this ain't no gang members, these are gang members. These systems in place are gang members. They doing illegal shit, intimidation shit, humiliation shit. These are gang members. These systems ain't here to help people. These are gang members. And no offense to any gang members, that's your own choice, that's your own business. Whatever you want to do. I'm going to have to make another video on that another time and tell y'all, when you get into those type of things and whatever. But, y'all, these are gang members that are put in place in these high places. Right? Falsifying and editing documents. These are the systems that are in place in this world. And not only are they doing that, now let's talk about, they just gave me, what was that? Well, everything's electronic now. So forging signatures are so much easier now because it's electronic. You get the copy and the paste. And then you go ahead and scan the copy and the paste. And you go over ahead and send it and have somebody, and then when you send it, you can scan it. So, see, technology is sophisticated. Y'all know I don't know technology. That's why I never edit my shit. Because I don't even know, y'all. Y'all get raw footage with me. Because I ain't got time. I'm not, y'all. But they do that type of stuff because they're falsifying documents. Okay? These are gang members. These are not like people who are helping the society. They're actually now, it's becoming too disruptive. Okay? I'm not going to stop talking. I was going to actually stop the live only because I wanted to do a separate video, but I'm just going to continue this one. But these are what's going on. Because if they're using intimidation, control, right, forging documents, which are illegal, by the way. These are high people in high places forging shit. Like, why can't I just sign it? You don't want me to just sign it? I could just sign it if you ask me to sign it. No, you know why they won't? Because they know you ain't going to sign no bullshit. You're going to be like, what is this? Like, you're not going to sign something that doesn't need to be signed. I'm getting somebody that want me to send this message out. They thought they can distract me from the cough and for me continue to talk. But I can grab a message, hold it for y'all, say another message while another one's coming for me, and then give y'all that message that y'all need. So the message they didn't want me to give you guys is, y'all remember that experiment they did a long time ago with the college kids, right? And they made half the college kids had to be, half the college kids had to be a, you know what? Okay, thank you. Hold on, y'all. I just had to, do my real quick. Okay, so half of these college kids, because they're trying to stop me from giving y'all these messages, because once I tell y'all this message, y'all gonna really understand why these people feel power and control of another individual. Okay, so let me tell you how it works. So they did an experiment. Half of the college kids were prisoners. Half of the college kids were officers. These are college educated white kids or whatever color. It was in black and white because it's so old. So you don't even know how many white, how many black was in that experiment. But a lot of white kids were involved. A lot of people, who were in college. And now it was way back in the day, only in black and white. You can't see it in color. And pretty much, that's how old it was. Pretty much they had half was prisoners. There was some black people in there. There was some black, yeah, so there was whites. It was majority white, but there was some blacks. Okay. So half of them were prisoners, half of them were officers. And these people who were friends, they went to school together. It was cool. They said, okay, let's do this experiment for real. They did the experiments. The prisoners started to feel belittled, feel less than, feel degraded, feel humiliated, feel treated a certain type of way. While the officers was feeling good, like I'm in charge, I'm the one in control. Yeah, do this. Go to sleep, do 12 push-ups just off GP, nigga. Like, what? Like, that's not a part of me being a prisoner role. Like, why did you just make me do 12 push-ups in front of everybody to humiliate and belittle you and let them know the type of control they have, right? Okay, so that went on for a while. They let the experiment go on, and it was kind of sick, you guys. What really happened, they didn't get tell to the public, but they allowed stuff to go on. Oh, my God, no. In that experiment they did. Son of a bitch. Anyways, that experiment went deep, y'all. I'm getting chills. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, so that experiment got big. Freezer too, so be careful. So that experiment got pretty deep, okay? So, but what happened was they switched the roles. So when they switched roles where the prisoners became the officers and the officers became the prisoner, after a while the prisoners started to feel like, yeah, okay, now I'm big dog. Now I tell you what to do. Now they felt a little bit more in control, while the officers who were now prisoners started to feel belittled, degraded, like, oh, small, and that just shows you how sometimes people's position can change their whole demeanor, dynamic, and their behavior because that power is too much for them, right? The officer should have still been cool and been like, yo, look, this is an experiment. But sometimes when you're deep diving in the experiment, you don't realize you're still in an experiment, right? Because it's like an illusion. You don't realize what you're in, right? You don't realize it, so you're playing a part. Okay, so some people are playing parts in these systems, and they're taking their authority a little bit too far, right? And some of these prisoners who have been belittled over time, some of these chosen ones who have been belittled and talked about over time, haven't realized who they really are and who the officers really are, right? Because the experiment has gotten so deep and that's lasted for such a time, and people have been in their roles, in their position for some time, they don't realize what's really going on. Did y'all catch me on that? Do I need to, no, they got you. Carry on. All right. But y'all see the dynamic? That's what y'all need to pay attention to. So these systems in the world, they are now having that dynamic of the officer, right? Go watch that experiment. Go watch that experiment. That's gonna piss me off, guys. See that shit, I don't like that. Because the things that happened, y'all, in that experiment, because I was gonna say go watch it, but brace yourself when y'all watch that, because if y'all like me can really feel them motherfucking energies there, y'all didn't know that shit went down in there. Like, dead ass. There was rape. Bro. Okay, I don't like talking about shit like that because, y'all, that, again, that's what I'm saying. I talk about surface here with you guys because it's something that you guys, I know y'all can take the surface, but when you go deeper, y'all, that's what I'm saying. Some type of controls are not they get way too over their power. So how can you, like, that's sad, y'all. This was an experiment that happened. Like, they literally had this experiment back in the day. It was raw, it was real. There's raw footage of what happened in that experiment. But they didn't give some, like, just like any other experiment, they didn't give you guys all the raw of what happened in there. Okay? But it's a dynamic between the prisoner and the officer. And I want you guys to pay attention to the dynamic of things and go watch that movie. Go look it up. It's an experiment. I don't know exactly because I haven't seen that shit and what happened, the experiment, in so long. And I just saw a couple pieces and, my stomach just crawled. So I couldn't because I could actually feel as if I'm in there. And I don't want to feel, no, I don't want to feel that. It's not comfortable for me to sit and watch that knowing what really went on. You get what I'm saying? Because don't make me go back in time. Don't make me go back in time, my friend, because that shit pissed me off. But spiritual chains are being broken. So you're breaking away from these systems. You're like, okay, I acknowledge the systems. I know the systems in place. I know they're not good for my health. I know they're not good for my highest good. Your family included. You know they're not good for you. So spiritual chains are being broken. You are being set free. Go on, Harriet. Stop playing with me. They said this was just a pit stop on the train stop. You didn't even know where you was headed, but you got on that motherfucking train stop. And you was like, let's go. You and God, you hopped on it. And now, and as you hopped on it, these powers and principalities tried to cling on to you in any way they can to insert control, insert force, and insert that in your life. But you was on the train, so the train got to keep going. See, they thought they could stop the train. If enough of them get on it, if enough of them delay, if another car is in front, if enough this, they thought they can delay a train. So it's a train, right? And in that train, it's pretty much hold on, y'all, because I've been known about, like, I can feel energy so good that I know I ignore most of it because it's like, again, if it's not good for my health, what am I listening to it for? What am I engaging in it for? Because it's not for my highest good. So you're going in timeout because I know who you are. So anyways, so now, and I know they mentioned the military, even though I blocked that person because I know what the deal is. But even though they mentioned military, the military is also a system as well. Okay, I just put that person on timeout real quick, so the message were deleted because they kept going on. Military is a different system, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later because the reason why they invited black boys to the military was not as the reason why you think. And racism was still going in the military back in the day because, again, when you play chess, you put the pawns in the front. When you play chess, you put the pawns in the front. Do I need to say more? But even though they was the strongest, right? Because the pawns is the shield for the queen and the king. The pawns are shielding them. They're guarding them, right? They're guarding them. But people throw away pawns like it's nothing. Oh, yeah, I can take that pawn. I ain't gonna take fine and fucking the pawn. At least we still got the queen. But they don't realize if you don't have nobody guarding you, the pawn, if you don't have the pawns guarding you, the queen is more susceptible to attacks, right? This is in real life and this is in chess. And God is teaching you chess was the first card that came out. So go back to the beginning of my readings if you guys want to hear more. All of that, but now you're stronger and wiser. See, they thought they can stop the train tracks. They thought they could delay the train tracks. They thought they can stop the progress. They thought they can... To who? To where? To when? So, no, they didn't stop anything because, okay, y'all, so when you are a teacher, a spiritual teacher, because when you are a teacher, we must still go through a studious process. We must still be a student before we can teach anybody. Archangel Michael, all the angels, you think that they'd have to go through different obstacles and different tasks and different journeys before they became who they became to God? You think he was just like, okay, Archangel Michael, you just going to be the one that's going to guard everything, you're going to do everything, but you just is because you is. No, he has to go through obstacles, have to go through journeys, have to see different things. Because Archangel and the devil was closer than you thought. They were closer than you thought. Okay? So, but he had to see certain things, and then he had to devote his loyalty to God. And it's not like a proven thing. It's more like a test, because every testimony has a test in it. So it was really like, okay, now if you gonna be down, if you want to be down for me, then you need to see what's going on. You need to realize and pay attention what's really happening around you. And then you'll be able to be on the side you need to be on. Okay? So yeah, they tried to break you and then became, oh, wait, hold on. That's the back of the card. The front of the card says this, y'all. You were already strong. That's why it took all of that. So, y'all, so they knew you were strong. That's why you got on the train to begin with. Then they hopped back on and tried to delay, pretend to be different people, shape shift, all type of stuff. So then that way, they can stop the process. And it took all of them. It took all of these systems in place to try to stop one person who's connected to God in a way that people could never imagine. And all of that, but now you're stronger and you're wiser. And they're like, wow, it didn't break her? She's not broken? Y'all. Now, did I have a couple scratches maybe? Yeah, but guess what? God gave me the ability to heal. And he also heals me himself as well. So with that being said, it just made me stronger and wiser, right? And more in the knowing, even more, because I didn't deal with these systems before. So I didn't know how these systems got down, because I never had to deal with them. But now when you deal with certain systems and you realize what you've been dealing with, the school system and the different prison system and all the different systems that you didn't really know of, now you know what you're really up against, really headed, that you already really questioned anyway, but they put illusions so that's the way you never really hopped on that train track with Harriet. Because the Underground Railroad was a little bit different than not what they're saying, because she went under. Let me say it again, she went under. And the reason why she did the Underground Railroad is because, look, these people are not on your level. How many times this card popped out before? So these people know they're not on the level and don't have the intelligence or the wisdom that they have. Oh, and this card, y'all, how I pull cards is different. I just flipped this card over, and it said, I will have victory. Okay? All right? But God already let me know that. Y'all don't think God lets me know? And see, they think that they're trying to figure out my moves so bad. They want to know, like, when she's doing it, how she's doing it, what is her remedy, what is her formula, right? What is Einstein's formula? Okay? They want to know. You better go ask God, ho. Go ask God. Don't ask me shit. Don't ask me nothing, because they don't want to know to better the humanity, to better society. Okay? They want to know for their own ill intentions, okay? Because their intentions are not pure. I can look at a reader and I can see instantly whether she has pure intentions, whether she's not, if her messages are, who her messages are from. Because some people get messages from ancestors, angels, God, Jesus Christ. They get messages from, it's not just, there's ascended masters too. It's not just one person to get messages from. If you're really in tune with the universe and the in tune, you feel what I'm saying? But you gotta be in tune to know what you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing a song. This is like I don't know really how the lyrics go, but block this person, because this person on here is trying to interfere with your energy, and they're trying to have you thrown off track. So not only do you go ahead and do that, because you're talking about the systems and this person already knows what you're talking about. So, okay. So this person already knows what you're talking about. See, these people know that you're in the knowing. They know, but they're just peeping to see how much of the knowing you're in. How much does she know? And what her next move gonna be? Y'all think I'm gonna get on YouTube and say, in my next move? Y'all think I'm gonna get on YouTube and be like, y'all, this is what I'm finna do, y'all? Y'all really think that that's what God, if God's teaching me chess, do y'all think that he gonna say, tell the player your next move. Tell him that you about to go left. Okay, I'm about to go left. Yeah, okay. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Yeah, they want to call you crazy, but they're the really ones who's insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the... This is powers and principalities who tried to call you crazy. Your ex has something to do with it. He's in the code and he's fucking with undercover cops. He has a lot to do with it. That's why you received that message before they actually detained you. You received a message, remember that, from your phone, which was actually my phone. When I went back to my phone, the messages were deleted, which happens often when this person messages me. But he said before they took him away, he actually said, yeah. So again, I flipped over the cards to move him out my way to go pull more, and it says your ex. Y'all, he was in a cult. He can't tell you. That's why he couldn't be around you. People were following him, and they knew everything. So, but you have victory. Okay. So do I need to pull some more cards? Y'all, let me go pull a couple more cards, then we're going to end this live, only because I know this stuff, and I don't know why God wants everyone to know what's been happening to me or what's been going on in this world. But God's plan, I just do what he say. Especially when he's telling me your enemies are trying to keep you quiet, so therefore we're not going to keep you quiet, because they was doing shut up spells and all type of stuff to close your mouth, but we was letting you heal. So we just let them believe that it was actually working, but it wasn't working, because we was telling you to get on YouTube, but you just was like, you like the healing process. You like to heal. So you was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do my healing. And God was like, all right, shit. You think God, like, if I enjoy healing, y'all. I enjoy healing. Okay? Because God gives me ways to heal that y'all would never believe, y'all. Never believe. Okay? And I'm going to start educating people more. Okay? I'm going to start educating people more about different things. Okay, don't let that throw you off. You know she's doing witchcraft, so just leave it alone. Because she's just trying to distract you. She's a puppet. She doesn't know she's a puppet. It's in her culture, so she's been doing it since she was a kid. This for the person who just tried to get my energy field. I already know, but I just don't say it because, again, I know. And I don't have to speak it out loud to get the information. Just get these cards. So they told me to get these cards here because I'm going to continue what I'm doing. They said to laugh. Because God still loves me. I'm going to say God loves me because I know I put still. But despite my mistakes I make, and despite the things that have happened, God still loves me. God always going to love me. Y'all know I told y'all we close like what? He knew that on this journey mistakes were going to be made. It said laugh. A card just flew down. Okay, I'm going to pick up that card. I've already looked at it and see what it say, but it says this. Yes, your mother. So mother has something to do with it. What about mother? What about mother? Oh, that card came and flipped over. I'm going to take it. She knows I'm the rising phoenix. Your mother knows that you're the rising phoenix. You can't be broken because she tried to break you as a kid, and you could never be broken. Because you knew their intent before it was coming, so you wouldn't allow them to break you. Because God said, y'all think y'all going to break me? Because I'm really chosen. They knew this as a kid. You think I didn't know this? If they could sell you for some Popeye's chicken, if they would. Not even no Range Rover. It's a Popeye's chicken. That's $2.99, $1.99 for a leg, and maybe on a Tuesday with a biscuit. So that your family will sell you for a piece of chicken and a fucking biscuit. These motherfuckers ain't shit. That's why God said to laugh. Laugh because they would sell you out for a piece of chicken and a biscuit. And it ain't even hot. It's cold chicken and biscuit. It's cold and hard, and they still try to sell you for a piece of chicken and a biscuit. Ain't that something like your own family? Okay, so tell me more about your mom. They said, Rain. They said 2-piece chicken and a biscuit they sell y'all for. Ain't that something like your own family sell y'all for some chicken? Bitch, you ain't gonna go get you some. First off, why you eating some fried chicken? Like, I know fried chicken be good, but if you don't get you some baked chicken, put a little bit of garlic and some lemon on that thing, y'all stop playing. Okay, that card fell. Just take it. Just take all of them. Whatever you see, take it. All right. God is protecting you. I tell y'all. And that's nothing I ever have to question. That ain't nothing I have to wonder, think about, second guess, because I know it. They said they don't want. Let me see, I can't read. They don't have enough wisdom and knowledge to tell you what to do. We talked about the powers and principalities of this world earlier. We talked about the different people and systems in place earlier. In the beginning of my live, go back to the playback and go see, after y'all done watching, okay? Go back and see what I'm talking about because it all coincides. My readings, listen, cards will fly out if I don't say what is needed to be said right away, or if they're trying to let the collective and the masses know what's going on, they're going to make sure it's known. Trust me, my angels know. Listen, my ancestors know. They listen. We just laughed about y'all. Anyways, They don't have enough wisdom to tell you what to do. These people try to tell me what to do, and I tell them, I see their intentions and it's ill, and then you don't have enough knowledge to tell me what to do because the information you're giving don't even make sense. Like, how does it make sense? But it sounds good. Well, this is what you should do. So it sounds good to individuals to do something, but they don't have enough knowledge to tell me what to do. They don't have enough wisdom to tell me what to do because I have my ancient knowledge and ancient wisdom. I get it from God. Who y'all think I get it from? Who y'all think who's giving me this information? Like, really, let's keep it real. Y'all think I just know this stuff? I don't have to study stuff. I don't study stuff to know stuff, y'all. Like, yeah, some stuff I do take the time to educate myself in, but for the majority of the time, my knowledge is given to me, handed down to me gracefully. Now, how I give the message is usually probably in some type of character or in fun-loving way, but and then they said now. So God is protecting you now, and right now they know they don't have enough wisdom or knowledge to tell you what to do, but they got to feel like they're in authority over your life when they know that God is the only one who has authority over your life, and God will only be the only one in life who has authority over their life. And if they don't know now, they know. You know very well who we are to you. Reach for the stars. You've had to go, but nothing but now. See? They said go ahead and do the website. They want me to do personal readings. I haven't, I'm going to start doing, y'all. I'm going to start doing personal readings. If y'all want a personal reading, there's only like 2 people on my live, but y'all know I'm going to be hearing about how many count numbers or number counts because the people who are supposed to see me, they don't see me. And a couple of readers who I know, because I don't watch a lot. Now, and I don't watch it like everybody else watches it. I do my own kind of thing where I watch their videos and no, it's not no, okay, so for instance, I see them when I'm supposed to see them. So I click it, right? I don't start from the beginning like everybody else. Like on my readings, y'all might want to get all the education, especially if you're trying to be in the knowing. But what I do is I'm already in the knowing, so I'll pretty much see what my angels want me to know in their sets of readings. So I probably move my finger a certain way or move a certain way where I get a message in a certain space. Okay, and that message is what I need to hear, and then I'm off. Okay, so some of them actually know who I am, and they know my shit's true and authentic, because they angel spirit guys say, yeah, she ain't no liar, and like they tell me, they listen. I know the ones who are authentic, because they tell me they're like, okay, yeah, no, she's legit, too legit to quit, too legit to quit. So we kind of know. Okay, no, you pulled these cards already. Go get those cards. All right, y'all. Keep the heat on because they're trying to put you in a freezer. But they don't know that everything needs a balance, so you like to be hot and cold. Right? Okay, pull these cards. 2 cards dropped. That's okay. Let it be. You just looked at a card. So I just looked at a card, so I'm going to go say the card I looked at, which was... the card that I just saw on the floor was they should have walked away and stayed out of it. So some of these systems in place, instead of them going about their business, go about your business, ma'am, go about your business. Some of these people who have not went about their business, right? They want to come and infiltrate these systems who just like, oh, I want a piece of that control. Oh, y'all controlling her? Let me get a piece. Let me get a bite of that. Let me see if I can control her too. So they thought, or what they were trying to do was control. They wanted a piece of that feeling of authority, feeling of power, right? So they thought, they say, okay, so all these different people, and it was like, no, boo-boo, honey, chow. You should walk the fuck away. Ma'am, you should have walked away, ma'am. At that moment, they knew they fucked up. Ooh! Ooh! At that moment, they knew they fucked up. Rain, yeah, people who watch me are guided to watch me. And then the other people, Rain, who's not watching, they're trolling. I see they hating. They trying to catch me riding dirty. They trying to catch me riding dirty. They trying to catch me riding dirty. So the people who are trolling trying to get some information to see, like what I'm doing and if I'm riding dirty. Why is people trying to distract with the bullshit? I don't be understanding people sometimes. But anyways, but God is fixing this. I'm going to address the comments in a minute. But yeah, Randy, people are guided to watch me because your spirit guides, the answer the angel said, no, baby, you want the truth? You need to go to the truth. Okay, but some people are trolling. Again, some people are trolling, and, I think we just summoned one. But God is fixing this, okay? God's been fixing this. God was on this the whole time, because remember when he went into his wings? Oh yeah, God's got wings. I didn't know that. Oops, just told it. But his wings don't look like the wings of the angels, baby. No, 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 baby. But anyways, that's where I was hiding at. So while y'all think y'all was like, I was in his wings, and y'all know how kids, let me tell you how kids do, because God's literally my parent guided me. So y'all know how kids do, right? When the kids go, they lay on your shoulder, right? So they lay on your shoulder at first, right? And then you look at them and you're like, oh, how cute. And then they come close and they kind of ease their way closer until they literally right up under you, cozied up. That's how me and God is during my healing process. Yeah, I was cozied up under there. I'm like, okay, first it was just the wing, and I kind of curled in, and I curled in closer until I'm literally, yeah. So, but God is fixing this. During your healing process, he was fixing this. He's been fixing this. He's been guiding you. Okay? But you had to see it. You had to see it because the teachers have to see it, but he said you because you could never look back. So this is saying don't look back. I can't look back, y'all. Y'all don't even know how serious this card is right now to me. No, like dead ass. Like, and God wanted me to see this. He wanted to see who shot you, but your punks didn't finish. Now you're about to feel the wrath of a menace. Ooh! And then look, and then the next one says God, because God knows that no, God said, oh no, when they say you're finna hear the wrath of a menace, y'all. They said, who shot you? God wanted me to know who shot me in the back. He wants to know. If they could have shot you in the front, they would have. But they shot you. They all tried to shoot you in the back. Who shot you, but your punks didn't finish. Now you're about to feel the wrath of a menace. So now y'all gonna feel God's wrath. That's why God said you better not look back, because what I got for them, baby, you ain't won't see that shit. You ain't won't see it. You probably might smell a little bit of it. You ain't want to smell what I got for them, because of what they did. And then Christ is there too. So that not only because y'all people have chances to redeem themselves. God gives everyone chances to redeem themselves, do better the next time, do better the next lifetime. Right? God gives people chances to do better. But what happens when these individuals don't do better? Right? And he sends another leader in who shot you, but your punks didn't finish. Now you're about to feel the wrath of a menace. So God's saying, okay. He told me keep going. I listen. I gave it to God. So if God's dealing with it, I don't listen. I don't ask God, well, how you going to do that, God? What's the plan? I mean, is you going to do this to them? I don't be asking no questions. Like, I don't be questioning God and how he moves. I don't do that. No. Let it. And he wants me to, oh, God, that's so sweet. Okay, I'll get one. That was for me, y'all. Because God be talking to me all the time. Y'all, these cards fell out. Y'all know how my readings do. Pay attention to the cards that fall out, because what I got live for, I told y'all. It say, you know the truth. Thank you. I get that all the time. I get that card all the time. Like, you know the truth. Or when I'm questioning something, or not even questioning something. When I get the intuitive message about something, I say, and I sit back, that card be popping up too. Like, you know the truth. They said to watch comedy. They be wanting me to laugh so bad. They be like, laugh at your haters. They be playing games. Is that a song? I don't even think that's a song, y'all. That ain't even no song. They funny. They said God's face says they want me to laugh more, y'all. They want me to laugh and be happy. And then the silliest things make me happy. Y'all just see how I just be laughing, cracking up about that. That's what I'm saying. They know me so well. God knows me so well, like a book. So he written the book. But he says the rest is still unwritten. So he written the book, right? God wrote the book. And then he said, but guess what? The rest is still unwritten. Because God said, guess what? Together we will create your destiny, baby. Where you want to go? What you want to do? You want to do this? You want to do that? Because you get to choose. You get to choose, but I'm going to be with you and I'm going to help guide you. And matter of fact, I just want you to do a little bit of this too while you're at it, because there's a couple things we need to do together. But God don't force nothing upon nobody. Everybody has choices, okay? And destinies. You're right about your mother. Mother's a part of the cult. But why? For the love of money. For the love of money. She put you in the freezer. For the love of money. So the mother's in in for the love of money. She loves my team. She just never, she has a fear of being poor or being broke again. Let me tell you, I don't give a fuck if I got 2 pennies to my name, 2 cents, 50 quarters, 50 cent, 50 quarter. I don't care. I don't care. Like, God gonna give me everything I need, literally. Okay? So I don't be, y'all, I do not be tripping off that stuff. Like, I don't live my life chasing a dollar bill, y'all. A dollar bill, y'all. Oh, and somebody's like, I got 5 on it. So somebody likes to give their money to different people. So they say, I got 5 on it. So they like to give their money to other people, and then they say that they got 5 on it. So they like to put their money with other people just to make it seem like they got a lot of money. But y'all, what you doing that for, boo? Like, just a floss? I see they hating, they trying to catch me riding dirty. They trying to catch me riding dirty. Somebody's riding dirty. Why would they be riding dirty? Don't they got license and shit and tags and shit? That ain't my business, God. I don't be caring. That ain't my business. God knows that some stuff, y'all, I really like. I don't be checking for them. People be checking for me. I don't be checking for nobody. I don't. Like, I don't be like, I'm healing. I got stuff to do. Why would I check for anybody? They want you in isolation. Pick up them 3 cards. Okay. Money's coming. No, they mad because money's coming to me because they want to try to. Okay, but wait, like, I just told y'all to live for the quarter. I don't get paid on my YouTube videos, y'all. And my YouTube videos be like real good information, ancient shit, ancient knowledge, and ancient wisdom, and real the truth and the authenticity. But y'all think I get paid for this? Like, I don't. Like, I just be here to really help. Because Jesus Christ didn't get paid for what he did. God didn't be like, oh, yo, let me get you a Range Rover. You know, he didn't. If he would have asked for it, I'm sure, you know, it would have been handed to him. But we don't be in it. Us teachers, us leaders, us people who really have pure intentions for people do not be in stuff for the money. Like, we do not need money to live, to do everything. Like, I leave my house till I get some money. I leave my house until I actually, you know, it ain't worth it if I ain't getting no money. Like, there's people who only do things for the love of money, right? For the love of money. They do things for the love of money. But there's some of us who actually live an authentic life who's like, okay, money's man-made. Okay? Somebody said there was value to that. Guess what? And I say, guess what? I can say whether I feel like it's value or not. I make that choice to me. And why is it valuable? Oh, let me tell you why money's valuable, y'all. Let me tell you why it's valuable to everybody, because you got to pay bills with it. Bills that who created? Man. So wait, man created money, and man said you got to pay for this stuff. So most time people live in check to check because they only give you just enough, because man said you could only make a certain amount of money, but you have all these other stuff you have to pay for. And who created all this? Man. And y'all still chasing it? Yeah, that's like chasing a nigga for a long time, all your life and shit. What the fuck are you still chasing him for, boo? Like, but that's how some people are. Let me shuffle the cards a little bit, you guys. But that's what they mad about. They're mad because they know that blessings are coming to me in my life. Right? Money don't mean rich. Like, money don't mean, like, y'all know what I ask God for? Like, I can ask God for anything in this world, y'all. I'm not even lying. Like, I could really ask him, like, he's like, baby, what you want? Why you ain't never asked me for nothing? Like, because when I be praying, I don't be just like, God, can you give me this? I need this. I need me a person, Gucci purse with some Gucci heels and a Gucci slippers. Y'all think I asked God for that? Like, we ain't got time for that. Like, God, give me understanding. God, I ask for stuff that's really not even tangible. This is stuff that is really actually needed for most people, but they don't ask for that. Okay, they don't ask for that. They ask for, oh, let me get a Range Rover, let me get a car, they ask for stuff like that, or they only talk to God when they need something. And God's like, yo, dude, who the fuck is you talking? Did she just ask me? Like I'm a genie in a fucking bottle? Like, let me just rub them real quick and say, give me this. Let me just rub you a little bit. You know, say I love you real quick and ask you for this. Like, y'all think that's how God works? He's like, okay. That's why you're like, I don't understand why I'm not getting this. Well, do you actually have a relationship with God, or are you begging? Are you being a beggar? Because you begging for stuff that you don't even know that don't even have no value. So, yeah. Okay, but that's what they're mad about. They're mad about that. Like, but why are you mad? Why are you mad that blessings are coming to my life? Why does that upset people? Because y'all know what I'm going to do with them blessings? Y'all have no idea. That's what I'm saying. They mad because they know the more I get, the more I help people. Because it's not to me about what I have or what's tangible. It's about actually pouring that back into things that matter. Okay? Things that actually matter. So that's what they're upset about. Okay? So they want, that's why a lot of systems want to keep people piss poor. Okay, because they're like, first off, it lowers their vibration, and then they don't, low key, they don't want to see you succeed. Y'all think that when y'all sign for these systems and these things that they actually want you to be successful in life? No, they want you to continue to use the systems, because every money is being revenue. That's how they keep their jobs. That's how they keep things going. So what do? They keep you at a place where you're not making enough. You know, Section 8 is cool. I ain't dissing no type of government assistance, because whatever, if it's needed, it's needed. But how is it that you can only make a certain amount to have this program? So people literally are forced to make less, or not, just so they can have a roof over their head and stay in their stability. But I thought, don't you want me to make more? Don't you, like, wouldn't that be better for me? Well, if you make more, then I'm not paying for this and paying for that. So you feel like, well, damn, I have a choice. Either I'm going to make more and better myself, or I'm going to just be comfortable. So that's what that y'all. But people don't think about. So no, they're mad that blessings are coming into my life, but I'm doing what God asked me to do. So what you mad for? But anyways, I'm going to pull a few more cards, you guys, and then I'm going to go ahead and that almost fell down. So money's gonna be falling. They're gonna be mad because they like, it's gonna be falling on you. It's raining, man. They mad because it's gonna be pouring into you. But guess what? I don't care, because I be pouring into God and my relationship with God. So I really, y'all, like, if it comes to me, that's great. I'm not knocking nothing that God gives me. Trust me. I thank you. I accept it and I love it. What does it say? They know you're highly intelligent. Okay. I just saw that. Okay. Okay. That card's for me. I'm surprised that's in there. And it said, don't look back. So when this money does come, they all gonna be like, girl, I knew you could do it. I knew you was gonna be somebody. I just had that little feeling. They hate and they trying to catch you riding dirty. They didn't. Don't look back, I say. 7. He said, don't look back. What was under this? Yes, your mother. So we talked about the mother and things like that. Oh, they are all karmic. So some of these people in these systems are actually karmic individuals. They're trying to stop. Just do a couple more and then we're out. Okay. So I'm going to pull a few more cards, y'all, because my videos be lasting long and I was only going to get on here for 30 minutes. But when people try to stop me, I'm always going to go harder, to be more persistent, to get more messages. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all think, like, tell me I can't do something. I dare anybody. Say I can't fly, but you don't have me flying this motherfucker. Because I've seen my wings. I've earned my stripes. Dead ass. Like, I'm not lying. Y'all know I'm not lying. I've seen my, y'all don't mess with me. I've seen them. Y'all, what dropped on the floor? Continue your YouTube reading. Okay, let me not talk too much. Continue your YouTube reading. Okay, they said continue the reading. So we're going to do a couple more cards. Okay. We're just going to pull a few more. Oh, so the whole family's in on it in a money game. Y'all know my stuff goes together. Okay, and behind it says, talk about the system in place. Okay, this is the system in place. Is a card that I pulled earlier. I thought it was in a different pile, but so they want me to talk about the system in place again and the whole family and how it's a money game. Okay, how it's always been a money game. Okay, this one says, listen to one of the songs that you used to listen to. Okay, so this whole thing is about systems. This how it started, about different systems in the family. Why is it a money game? Why is it a money game with the family? How does the families and the powers and principalities go together? This is way deeper than you know. This is some ancient shit you're dealing with, but in the now. Okay. They're handless. But they know that I'm the rising phoenix. I rise up. I rise like the day. I rise up in spite of the ache. They know the rising phoenix. They want me to talk about this entity. But the reason why, and they want me to talk about they can't kill you and you know it. Tell them how they tried to kill you. On which time? On what occasion? They know you're the rising phoenix, so they know you can't, so they keep fucking with you. But you figure out they plan before they plan. I just seen that card right there. Okay? They tried to crucify like they did Christ. But Christ knew they planned before they knew it. Y'all didn't think that he knew what was going to happen before it was going to happen. Y'all didn't think that Jesus Christ really went on that cross and really did that, thinking like he had no idea that they was going to do. He knew that they was going to betray him. He knew who was going to betray him, why they was going to betray him, but it had to happen. He had to be betrayed because it was a plan that was put out by God. It had to happen. Okay? It had to happen. So he knew who his enemies were. He knew. But he knew he had a mission. And he knew the world would know who he was after he was gone. He knew that. He knew. But he said, forgive them, Father. They don't know what the fuck they doing. That's not really how he quoted it. But he said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. See, they didn't know the depths of what they were doing. They didn't know how far they was really taking this. They didn't know the outcome of what this really was that they was doing. They didn't know how far it was going to go when they messed with Jesus Christ. See, they just thought, well, New World Order, let's stay with the Romans. The Jews wanted to be with the Romans. Let's be with the Romans. Let's do a pact with the Romans because they're the power. Romans are known for torturing, beating, and having like vicious, bloody games. Why would you want to be partnered up with them? So they made a pact with them in order to betray Jesus. And Jesus had people in his camp that betrayed him as well. Okay? Who he considered his family. Okay? But the powers and principalities of the world at that time was the Romans and the Jews with their new world order. Okay? So they pretty much, that's what they did to Jesus Christ. But he had a plan. He had a mission. He knew what was going to happen before it was going to happen. But he had to witness that. He had to go through the plan in order, because that's what God told him to do. And he wasn't going against God just to make up his own plan. Right? So he did. And he said, forgive him, God. Because he knew God was talking to him and leading him the whole time and guiding him. So he said, forgive him, Father. Forgive him. Forgive them because they don't know really what they do and they don't know really who I am. So please just forgive them for what they don't know. And the great thing about Jesus Christ and the great thing about many of the spiritual leaders, every leader that God has guided have their own interpretation, right? Of how things, because Jesus, yes, he's the Son of God and he was a leader. He was so much more, so much. And I mean, being the Son of God is beautiful, is great. But also he was a spiritual teacher. He was a healer. He was a shaman. He was so many things, right, that God created him to be. He was also a spiritual leader. He also was guided. He also prophesies, right? So some of these leaders, they feel differently about different things. Like Moses felt different than Jesus felt about things, right? So Moses felt like, well, why, God, should they go to the promised land when they're not deserving of it? We are right to feel how we feel, right? But then Jesus Christ said, forgive them, Father, don't know. So every spiritual leader has their own feeling about how things are and how things really should be, but they're guided by God anyway. Okay? So if it's in God's plan, man can't mess up and ruin God's plan. They try to, right? But that's how they got laid on their belly and became a snake. Because he wasn't always a snake. He was a shapeshifter. He was a shapeshifter. He could shape into different animals, right? Different creatures, right? And then that's why, and then at the end, he became a snake, right? Because we going back to the Bible days. Let's talk about it. He became a snake. And then what happens when he was forced? His thing was you had to lay on your belly. That was his punishment, to lay on the belly. So if a reptile, which is a snake, their punishment was to lay on their belly, right? Which means they had to crawl and slither and eat dust for the rest of, their life. If that's it, the snake, right? That means that they were what before a snake? What's a reptile that was not a snake? It may be a dinosaur, right? Possibly, right? So then what happens to that snake? You know where that snake's at? The snake is that symbol you see wrapped in the hospitals. That's where the snake's at. The snake there's two snakes wrapped around in the hospital. Y'all notice that? In every hospital setting, there's two snakes. Why is a snake wrapped around a cross? are there with a cross. And some don't have a cross. Some have that little witch thing. It's a witch bowl with smoke coming out, and then the, yeah. Why would a snake symbol be on a hospital? Why would a snake symbol be on a hospital? These are the systems that's in place. The systems that said they're here to help people, but put a whole bunch of use your intuition, because you know, get behind me, Satan. Who are we talking about, y'all? Who are we talking about right now? Let's keep it real. And yes, let me tell you about Satan. Had his own army because he was one of the he led too. He had his own army behind him. What happened to his fucking army, you guys? What happened to the army that fell? Where are those people, are shapeshifters that fell? And that just fell, and it said whole family. Well, I know some of them. Damn. Okay. Damn, I know some of them. Oh shit. I know. I thought they were more towards, okay, no, you know they are. Okay, this is trying to fall out, but I don't really like talking about. Says, okay, God says, okay, and then this says this, okay, play Pandora's song. 7. Okay, I'll show you guys what it says. Play Pandora, but I'm trying to figure out why. Okay, because every time I say I'm really chosen, I'll be like, y'all know I don't be caring about telling people that, or caring to like announce that to the world, because it's not like, I don't really like, y'all know me, I'm like humble, I'm cool with it. I just care about connection I have with God. I don't care about none of the whole anything else. Like, that's not me. They know you're highly intelligent, be more proactive, and God loves me because they say be more proactive because they're trying to delay. Okay, but that's why I'm on here today, because you can't delay my process, because if these messages are to get to the collective and to get to individuals, trust me, it will get to them. Even if I have to telepathically tell one another YouTube reader if they can go ahead and send me out and send a message, because I used to do that until I found out some of them they're not. So there's a few of them who do our spirit guides. So I told the spirit guides, I said, yo, can y'all can communicate. The ones who are authentic and true, I said, we need to actually have the spirit guides and angels working together and talking, and communicating in the background. Because that's what the demons are doing. The demons is all kind of congregating in their little cult and shit. These people in high places who are having ill intentions and stuff like that, they're congregating together. Okay? Some in front of altars and stuff. So what we're doing is we're actually building our spiritual team here. Because there's already a spiritual team up above us, but we're building it here together, our soul family, our soul tribe. But they're connecting in the spiritual world, in the spiritual realm. But think about the systems that are in place. It's so important, especially if you're trying to break generational curses, have generational wealth. Pay attention to the systems that are in place, the different systems that are there, and how are they beneficial and how are they not, and how to maneuver, okay, dealing with them. Because if you know that they don't have the greatest intentions, you need to make sure you deal with them accordingly. Okay, you don't have to hee-haw with them. Okay, because while you hee-haw, they being a snake, because that's what they do, they slither. And you know how snakes slither with their slime ass. You know how they fucking slither and leave a trail. See, but snakes leave a trail. That's what they're forgetting. You know when snakes run, they leave a trail. God saw everything, and you know the truth. What else failed? You're right about your mother, and don't worry. So it says, you know the truth, and God saw everything. See, God sees this stuff. Y'all think that God, all of a sudden, he closes his eyes when somebody do something bad? God sees it all. Like, he don't just say, oh, I love her, so I'm going to look away. No, God watches everything. The bad, the good, the ugly, the sweet, the love, the prayers, the cries, the tears. He sees it all. I don't know about everybody, but for me, personally, when y'all do a personal anything to me, God feels that. And sometimes I got to apologize to God on their behalf. God, I'm so sorry. Because I know, like, how close we are. So I understand when Jesus Christ said, forgive them. Because the wrath that was going to be upon the world, there would be no new world order. The Romans thought that they could do bloody war. Oh, the Romans thought that they could really deliver some shit. Have they seen my God's wrath? Oh, I just saw it. That girl. That ain't my business. When God handles something, I don't question it. I don't speak on it. I don't say, well, God, please don't. God, they didn't mean it. I'm out of that because I gave it to God. I gave the whole situation to God. So how God handles it is how God handles it. You ever tell your parents something? Mom, somebody messed with me at school. Mom, the teacher was mean to me. Mom, something happened. And God said, when your parents said, okay, I'll deal with it. You didn't know how they was going to deal with it. You didn't know what they was going to do, how they was going to do it. But when you got to school the next day, you felt everything was okay and fine. You didn't know how. You just said, well, what could she have done? Everything fine. God handling it. Okay, so when you give it to your parent, because God parents me. I didn't have no parents for real. Let's keep it real. So God parents me. Okay? So when I go to God and I say, God, this person messing with me, God. This person keep messing with me while I'm just trying to be in school. I'm just trying to study. I'm just trying to learn. And this person messing with me. And I didn't do nothing to him. I'm just trying to do what I'm supposed to be doing. And then, God said, okay, I'll deal with it. Just don't worry. Look, you saw that fell on the floor earlier. Don't worry. God said, I'll deal with it. So then I don't go back to God and say, well, God, how did you handle that? What the fuck? No, I don't do that. No, I let him handle how him want to handle. And I don't question it. I don't say nothing. I don't ask about it. He tell me don't look back. Don't even worry about it. Listen, that ain't your beef no more. They said that is not your beef. That he said, get behind me, Satan. That ain't your beef. God handles it. So if God handles and God's parenting me and he decides to be a parent who's going to handle all my problems, well, thank you. I appreciate that. So I don't question him about it, but I just saw what was to come to these individuals. And again, I ain't got nothing to do with it. That ain't got nothing to do with me because I gave it to God already. Even your auntie, they know this though. They know at the end, in the time, at the end when it's all over, they know the things that they've done. Okay, God saw everything, but they know what they've done. So because of that, they know what they've done. They can't expect nothing less. So they better like how your parents, you better take this ass whooping. You better take this ass whooping. I don't know if y'all parents used to say that. You gonna take this ass whooping. Okay? Now guess what? My God, my parent is, you gonna have to take that ass whooping. And that ain't an ass whooping. He ain't need no belt. He don't need you to stand and then hold something. He don't need you to but beg for mercy? Oh, baby. You know how when you used to get a spank, you used to say, don't hit me, please. No. Well, I didn't used to do that because, again, I knew the intentions of my mother, so I'm not begging you for shit, bitch. You go ahead and I'm going to take this motherfucker now. You told me take it, bitch. I'm taking it because I wouldn't even shed a tear, y'all. I wouldn't shed not one tear because, bitch, you would not even get me to. I wouldn't squeal. They'd be like, I didn't know what was going on because you were so quiet in there the whole time. You get your ass beat. And my other sisters would beg for mercy. Please, mama, no, I would not do it again. Mama, please, I would not do that. I promise that. Bitch, I ain't begging you for shit, ho. Like, fine, go on, I'll take this ass and go on and do your thing. And while she was whooping my ass, I was meditating, motherfucker. That's why I didn't shed no tear, bitch, because I was already on the inside of me, ho. So, anyways, but, so that's what happened. So when God decides to give them an ass whooping, they're going to pretty much ask for mercy. And and do you think she showed me mercy? Do you think my mother showed, even though I didn't ask for it, do you think she really was like, I done whooped her enough. I shouldn't have. No, she continued until she said, she wanted to hear me scream or whatever. This is during getting spanked, right? This is how parents treat their kid when they get their ass whooped. Okay, so fine. Even though they have ill intent, they really try to hurt the child, right? And really make them bleed and really hit them where they feel like it hurts them. But what you think God gonna do to the person who decided to do that? He said, said, hit him with your best shot. Woo! So he gonna hit you with the best shot. But you thought she was gonna hit me with, when she was swatting me, she thought she was gonna get me in a place or hit me in the best spot, right? Where over and over, you know how you hit somebody over and over in the same spot, how raw that spot is? Oh yeah, I know a good ass whooping, trust me, I done took it. And you know what that ass whooping taught me? I can take anything. But anyways, they're gonna have to deal with my parents' ass whooping. You know who my parent is? My father. My God. They're gonna have to deal with God. And I know you guys are like, father, mother, listen. There is a lot of, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna get one. That was for me, a message for me. But I say that because my parents, they're gonna have to take the ass whooping that they tried to bestow onto me many of times. The same thing they tried to do to me, who had pure intentions, who was good, who didn't have no ill will for nobody. They're gonna have to take the same ass whooping and hope they got enough balls to not beg for mercy. Like I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because I would never beg somebody who hates me so much for fucking mercy. They don't have no idea why I didn't cry. Why I didn't give them the privilege of hearing me. Why? Why would I do that? You think I'm a beg you, bitch, for mercy? God wouldn't even let me, even if I wanted to scream, he wouldn't even, you think God was gonna allow me to beg you for mercy? Bitch, please. And this is a big ass, y'all, when I say, like, I saw in every hit, I felt in every hit the need and the want, the desire to hurt me. So when you deal with God after you done something like that, that's why I saw what I saw. And what I saw, you guys, yeah, I'm talking about, yeah, they're going to have to beg. But, you know, God, y'all, okay, let me pull cards. Pull cards. Continue your reading. It's what I got. You know the truth. I'm getting stronger every day. They tried to kill you. Talk about how they tried to kill you. It's just how many times. So you need to write it down. Write it on your, where's your blank cards? You need to write more, and we'll talk about the different, because there's different times. It wasn't just once. It wasn't just twice. It wasn't just 3 times. It wasn't just 4 times. Why did they tried? They tried. They hired hitmen. But you know what that hitman saw when he was trying to get his sniper? Something that, y'all, okay. Because I was ready. I said, okay. See, they thought they could excite fear in me. I said, okay, I'm ready. God. You know, because I talk to God, because only God can say what comes and goes in my life. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, they did try to kill me in the hospital, when I was in the hospital and all type of stuff. And I know for a fact, but they tried to have undercovers in there, because I saw the piece of paper. See, they think I can't see her. They think that whatever, I'm not intuitive, whatever they feel, however they feel. I saw the paper where the guy had his name. It said a name. And it was kind of far, so I didn't get to see the actual name for real. I'm not even going to lie and pretend I saw it, because I'm not going to lie just to prove a point. But it was his name. It was address. That I saw clear. But it was words. But I know for a fact I saw name, because it was like name, and it said some address, and it said like some numbers. And I wish I could have remembered it, but I saw it so quickly. Then it said something else. I don't know the last one, but it was like 3 things that it said, but he heard him put in his pocket, because he was typing on the computer. When they tried to kill me, he was typing on the computer to enter his information. That wasn't his real name that he entered in there. That was undercover. So everybody knows who, everybody is pretending they don't know. So everybody knows about this. Oh, so everybody knows that, you know, they were trying to, okay. Oh, thank you guys. This is why I don't like to get messages. God saw everything, and they know you're highly intuitive. But what they thought was that if they kept you low enough, that you wasn't going to speak out about it. They thought was you wasn't going to say nothing. They thought they was going to keep you tripping on your pimping. They thought that you'd be so too embarrassed or too this to speak up on what they did to you. They thought that you'd be afraid to. Why? How? No, I just didn't want to deal with it. There's a difference between somebody not wanting to deal with something. Because I just don't. Like, if I'm moving on and healing, why would I go back and deal with the same type of characters? Because that's all they are. They're characters, babe. Okay. They're just characters. Yeah, I do personal, I'm going to start doing personal readings. The only thing about my personal readings is I won't do it over the phone. Like, I can, But I'm gonna do it where you can see the card, see how I shuffle, see me pulling it. So if I'm gonna do a personal reading, it's gonna be one that you can actually visually see me doing it and seeing the energy I feel with it. And then also it says continue to do the YouTube reading. Okay, let me finish. Okay, what card do I need to pull? But yeah, I'm gonna do readings. 7. Okay. Yes, you're right about your mother. Continue you do routine readings. She doesn't want you to do YouTube readings. That's why when you were coughing yesterday, it was her. She didn't even want you to get on tonight. That's why you were feeling real cold. That's why you have chill bumps on you right now. But you're going to keep going because you can't nobody hold you down. I got to keep on moving. I love y'all. Everyone is pretending you already pulled this one, you already pulled this one, you already pulled these two. Pull the so say, look, pull another card. Y'all, come on, stop fucking with me. Y'all already know it's the truth over here. Y'all know I'll be telling the truth over here now. Look, they just told me to pull another card. And then when I look over here to the side, look, this is the card that's at the bottom. Because they know I don't be, what I gotta lie for? What you gotta lie for, Craig? You gotta lie. Oh, they want me to listen to some songs with my phones and the other things. So I'm probably going to play some when I'm done with this reading so they can kind of connect. But can't nobody hold me down. I got to keep on moving. They want you to give up. Didn't I just say my mom don't want me to do YouTube readings? And they just told me to continue the YouTube readings. Then I said my mom don't want me to do YouTube readings. And it says they want you to give up. And then laugh. Ha 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 ha. So they want me to laugh about it because it's a big joke. Like, how do you think you can stop somebody like me? Like, you could have stopped me when I was a kid, and I wasn't even nowhere as intelligent or experienced then. Like, it's not happening because of who I'm connected to. It's not even just me, y'all. It's not just me. It's God. It's for real. You don't think God don't be playing about me? They don't be knowing. God don't play about me. Y'all, I just looked down. This is how the card was. Now, I know this says, yes, your mother. And the reason why I say I know that, of course I know, but what we just talking about, my mom wants me to get up and not use routine reading. That's why my throat yesterday was hurting in the asthma. If y'all go back to that reading I did yesterday, I kept coughing like a smoker's cough, but it's not a smoker's cough. What it is a asthma cough, because and that's exactly how my mother's throat sounds. See, not only does she project, but she wants me to shut up. She tried to shut up stuff. She been bought so much products from these fucking readers and shit. She's trying to get me to be quiet, trying to hold my throat. Bitch, you can't hold my throat. Oh, if you ever found out what they really did. That's why I need to get away from him, because God said, he said, And I said, no. God said, no, no, we want you away because where we want you at. Yeah, I'm getting stronger each day, and they know you're highly intelligent. I want to pull some more cards. Okay, just 2-3 more. Okay, because we didn't talk about the systems in this world and that took place. I want you guys to really dig deep about the system, the stuff they're feeding your mind when you go to school, the stuff when you when you go to college and you decide to major in something, the type of information they're giving you to do the job. Are they giving you real experience on the job? Are they just giving you enough information to do what they say and be under somebody? Really pay attention on what they're feeding individuals. We already know the news, they be feeding bullshit. We already know the YouTube even has its own algorithm. That's, So with that being said, what are they feeding the children? What do they want the children to know? In order to get to the next step, which would be the next school. And just enough, because they don't teach them about credit. And everybody knows about how to maneuver with credit, but you have to learn that through experience. And they don't teach you that because the lack of credit and the late fees and all that stuff, it gives them more money. So are they teaching your kids what you really need to know, how the economy works, with the value of the dollar bill? They might talk about, this is $1, this is $2. But do they really talk about different stuff that needs to be known? Do they talk about about different religious groups and stuff like that? Or do you have to pick a class in order to get that information? So they're feeding the children what they want them to know. Prison systems, that started from slavery. If y'all can't see the connection, then please. It started from slavery because they needed most prisoners. Not only were they enslaved in chains and stuff, but they also had to go out in the field and dig ditches and all other stuff like that. So it was just free labor. That's what slavery really was, free labor. So you know they made excuses and reason for people to do free labor in order to have so many things built after slavery. So some of these systems that are put in place. They also, when we talk about some of these government systems, I really don't like talking about them, and they know that because I already know about these government systems and how they try to intimidate and control and stuff. But they want me to make the masses aware, because if they didn't know, now they know. You know very well who we are. So y'all know I'm telling the truth. My trolls know I'm telling the truth. People on here know I don't be lying. They know it. They know like she ain't got no reason to lie. None. Okay, so we're going to pull just a few more cards. Oh, come on, y'all. I don't want to be talking about this stuff. They want me to go deeper. Can we say this for later? They want me to go deeper and talk about some of the mental health issues. But can we say this for later? Because they're saying that all these systems are in place for a reason. So, but trust no one. And have you felt cold, lady? Remember I told y'all they want me to feel cold because they think they're so cute putting somebody in a freezer and doing freezer spells and shit. Y'all can't stop or delay my process. Please get that through skull. Get that through their skull. Because they ain't got no heart. That's why they pretend to be loving. Ooh. They pretend to like children, but they really don't. They pretend to be around y'all, but how they treat them children behind closed doors, you remember how you were treated. Okay? But these systems that were put in place, okay, they're not really healthy for individuals in their highest self. It's actually all a money game. It's a money game. What's this say? They manipulated people. In this money game, right, they manipulated people because it's all about money. So, do I need to say more? You allowed God to use you when you didn't know what was really happening, but you knew God. So I told y'all. In the beginning, if y'all go to my earlier reading, I was pretty much, me and God was always close, right? Just let's keep it 100. But there was a lot of stuff going on, and maybe not all of it I knew. But I knew God, and I said, you know what, God? Something ain't right about this. The water ain't clean here. And yes, I did. Until you use me. And I allowed God to use me in these different systems. I did. And don't ever for 1 second didn't think that God wasn't telling me what was going on while I was dealing with it. They tried to convince me of so many different things, y'all. How's somebody gonna convince me I didn't give birth? What? Wait, what you? They tried to convince me I didn't give birth, and then falsify documents and said it was something else. Tried to convince me I stole somebody else's baby. What the fuck? Y'all, hold on. Who wants that type of responsibility to steal somebody else's child? First off, like, I don't do that. That's so inhumane. Yep. Because this ain't supposed to be in here. But it's so inhumane, right? But I allow God, yeah, go ahead and use me. Go ahead. And now they know they ain't got shit on you. They try to make up stuff. Well, maybe it's just, well, you know what? Maybe it's just you're emotional because we just accuse you of doing the most inhumane thing possible. Why we treated you like shit, sedated you and all type of stuff, and we don't like the way you're responding. How am I supposed to respond to that? You just accused me of, mind you, I wasn't violent, wasn't aggressive, didn't get upset or nothing, because I knew that this was a bigger plan. I knew what was going on. So I was like, why would I steal somebody's baby? Oh, but that's too emotional. That's way too emotional. I'm like, how? Like, not, mind you, I know what's going on. I can see right through them. They tried to convince me, y'all, so many different stuff. These are the systems that are in place. So what was the end game then? I wasn't prescribed nothing. I don't need nothing. So what was the whole point of that? They thought I was going to crumble. They thought you were going to crumble and then fall. But you didn't. Because why? And if they don't know, now they know. And at that moment, she knew she fucked up. Y'all heard? Remember that? Was that some TikTok? It's like if in that moment they knew they fucked up because they realized, yo, who the fuck? They knew. They knew when they came in contact with me, somebody fucked up, and nobody's gonna admit that somebody fucked up because they ain't got enough cojones. They balls. They ain't got enough of it. So nobody wanted to admit to that. Nobody. So everybody was just like, okay, let's falsify paperwork. Let's try to cover our asses, right? They teach you that good in school, I'm sure. So now everybody's falsifying documents, trying to cover things up. These are the systems that are in place in this world. But why? If you're telling the truth, why do you have to cover stuff up and do illegal stuff if you're telling the truth? If you're telling the truth, just say the truth. Let's just say what is. But you know, if you say what is, somebody's ass. That's somebody's ass. Right? Because somebody messed up. Nobody can be, why nobody want to be honest? Let's just be honest. What you lying for, Fred? What you lying for? But God saw everything. I told y'all. God was using me. Y'all thought I took that by myself? They thought I took that by myself. I tell you, I don't take shit by myself. What's this car right here? You allow God to use you when you didn't even know. Someone said, look at this car right here. I said, what's that car that's behind? So you allow God to use you when you didn't really know what was going on, but you knew God. See, you didn't know the extent of this. You didn't know. You only knew what you need to know because this was God's plan. Not my plan, God's plan. So he only told me what I needed to know, but I still allowed him to use me because I didn't know what was really going on, but I knew my God. I knew my God. So I say, okay, God, I don't know what's going on right here. They tried to put me in spiritual warfare, even while I was pregnant, doing all that stuff, but God saw everything. God saw everything. So when you go on Judgment Day, and these people go on Judgment Day, they got to go to God. Your name is going to come up. Your name is going to come up, and there's so much power behind it. Everybody going to have to watch your name come up. And God's going to say, and I ain't going to tell you what God's going to say, but the whole thing about that is when you go on Judgment Day and you have to go over your life and the things that you and people have done in their life, right? And they try to say, well, God, I want to enter heaven with you. I don't have sinuses. There shouldn't be nothing about those. But they'll be like, they want to go be with God. They're going to have to admit to the things they've done wrong, right? So when they admit to the things they've done wrong, they have to accept what they've done to me, right? These systems have to accept what they've done to other people. See, it's not just me. Y'all think I'm just the only one who's been through this? No, I was just bait. I was just bait. That was all I was. And they tried to get it. They was like, well, I'm gonna get her. They really tried to, you know how you try to hook a fish and reel it in? They really thought they caught one. We caught one. Uh-oh. And when they saw it, they said, oh, at that moment they knew they didn't fucked up. But it was too late. They already tried to reel it all in. So now they had to reel it in and try to fix the situation. But how you gonna fix a situation like that? God saw everything. God saw everything they did. You were right about everything. They know you're highly intelligent even while you're healing. They say, don't worry, you walk the walk with the big dogs. You walk with Jesus. You walk with the ascended masters. You walk with God. You walk with them. And they know you're highly intelligent because when you was talking to them, they knew they didn't fuck this. At that moment, they knew they didn't fucked up because I work with behaviors, you stupid motherfuckers. How y'all gonna tell somebody they crazy and I actually work with true... At that moment, they knew they didn't fucked up. Because they don't know me. People don't really know me. People pretend they know me, but they don't really know me. They can probably pretend to say all things, but they don't know me. They don't know me at all. But, yeah, I walk with them. So when these systems in place thought that they was getting over on me, thought that they didn't call them a good fish, that they didn't call them something good, and they go ahead and keep playing the money game with, they didn't realize that, no, baby, no. Not that one, because God saw everything when especially when, they know they in the presence of greatness when they deal with you. Woo, baby. They want you to give up. And it says, ha, 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 like laugh at them because they want you to give up. That's why they had to manipulate people. Even your auntie. Even your auntie. So it was all a manipulation. These are the systems in place. See, they want me to talk about it because it happened to me. They want me to talk about what happened to me because they know I have enough cojones to, okay, I told y'all I stay out of my energy field because I know what you're doing. And then you try to do things to me and I know what you're doing. Do you understand? Like, I figure out their plan in the middle of their plan. So how you think y'all plan gonna work? No weapon can even form against me. Nothing can form. Like, it don't even, fuck, nothing can form. Okay, period. And there's more than one, because I said period, so it's dot, 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 like more than one. Like period, but period again, and then period again. Because the rest is still unwritten. Because they don't know. That my story, they looked at your, they try to study you, right? But they don't know the next move because God made it like that. That nobody knows the moves that God's going to make because this ain't our game. This ain't even our fight. To keep it 100. Okay, let me pull one more card and then y'all. I wanted to do, I wanted to finish my healing process. I want to finish healing with God. I had enough. Okay, so let me pull a couple more cards. So they said to continue. Okay, this card popped up. Continue. See, they want me to talk to you guys. I'm not on YouTube because I need a check. I'm on YouTube because they tell me to be on YouTube. I'm on YouTube because they tell me to do readings. I'm on YouTube because I'm told that I need to do these things. Also, there's a hotel in Vegas that's free. That if you go there one day, the next day, if you go to that hotel, the next day you can sign up for a free day at the hotel. Right? That is actually another thing they're trying to do, another cult thing they're trying to do is where they get enough people's information. And so it says continue. So yeah, something about that hotel in Vegas. You know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? Do you know what that saying is really about? It's not, no. What happens in Vegas and what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas is a fucking lie. Because what happens in Vegas is demons like to attach and follow you after you go visit places. I don't care what y'all gotta believe it. I don't care. What happens in Vegas is it don't stay in Vegas. Okay? What happens in Vegas is a lot of shit happening, right? People always try to attach themselves to other people. Period. They just do. And they don't want to let go. So a lot of people attach themselves to things. So I can guarantee you, if we all looked up some of these tarot readers, if we all looked up a place that we all visited to in Vegas, and we looked up the hotel room, see if they're all the same. See if we all walked into the same hotel room. Okay? Yeah. I don't care if you went with friends or not. Okay? Because friends can be handlers too. So we need to go see if we went all to the same hotel room. Okay? Or the same hotel building. Because remember, these hotels, people carry energies. People like to control. People use different forms. People are in cults, whether they want to believe it or not. They were raised into certain things. So we need to watch, and they falsify documents because it made me look. In fact, I'm going to pull a couple more cards, but us YouTube readers really need to be, but it's just so many of them that are not authentic, not true, but it's a mind control. So be careful what you sign up for when you sign up for these hotels. That was for me. They can't figure you out. So some of these things are personal because remember I play chess sometimes. So you guys have to be careful on, because have y'all noticed when a lot of the tarot readers be under attack at the same time? Or I'm talking about the same thing at the same time? But see, they know I can't be controlled no matter what. They know that's not going to happen. So if I do something, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it, and that's just what it is. Let me see. I need to write up more cards, they say. But you will be okay. So this stuff's almost over. You'll be okay because they know that they still can't control you. They still can't control you, and God saw everything. So everybody who had anything to do with these systems in place, because remember, the hotel is still like a system. They're hotels that have been around for years, right? and people keep coming back to the same hotel. You ever go to a place and just want to keep going back? They got all type of bottles, and I dare somebody to say some shit, because I will pull up on different people's website the spell work and potions and shit that they have, which was come to me spells, all type of stuff, right? That they have, that people are selling, so that way it makes people want to come back. Okay, there's magic in colors. You guys have no idea. There's different things, but it comes from cults. They come from cults, and they don't want people to know. They don't want people to know that these are cults. They want people, like it says, don't focus on the past. Okay, so but these are some of the systems that are in place. Okay, but I just want you guys to be mindful of what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna pull a few more cards, and then we're gonna be done here. Okay. So this says they tried to belittle you. They tried to belittle you, but your path number is God's favorite number. But you was favorite the day you was born. Okay? But they tried to belittle you. See, I told you, these systems in place, they try to belittle you. They try to make you seem less than what you are. People try to belittle me all the time. It could be the same for the collective. I know my messages resonates with a lot of different people. Yeah, I definitely got to do a personal reading with you, but when I start, I rarely ever go to readers. But my stuff, but so much resonates with you authentically. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so a lot of because my stuff's again authentic. There's no point in me lying. I already did, and I could be doing other stuff. I say, like, if I get information from God, y'all, bro, do it. If I get information from God, do y'all think I don't got better shit to do? I could be talking to God. I could be dancing with God. I could be singing to God. I could be just having a conversation. I could be talking to the angels. I could be a whole other spirit realm, and I'm here with you guys. Okay, so I don't. YouTube is not my thing of choice. However, if somebody try to stop me, I'm gonna let God prove his point. And his point is that she cannot be stopped. In no way, shape, or form. You're getting stronger each day because you ain't taking no shit. And guys, you will not let, put another card. Because I know who I'm working with. I'm pulling another card, but from where? Oh, I gotta create some all over again. I really don't want to. There's some on the floor. Oh, I said just keep going is the card I just saw. So there's some on the floor that want me to keep going with my readings. I'll do a few more. Because somebody trying to stop me as I'm online. They're subscribed to your notifications anytime it pops up. They're subscribed to it. So sorry, I don't know what made me flick it like this, y'all. It was a stack of, I just did this. I don't know what's on the end of these cards, or it was like a pile, and I don't remember all that. So, we got success here. They know after this they can't get into your life anymore. They have nothing to hold on to. So, these people. So, but these are not just family members. These are also the systems that are in place, okay? These systems, y'all think, okay, so let me tell you. Y'all think, these systems want y'all to be successful. That's why I say focus on these systems that people participate in. They don't want success for other individuals. These are the systems that are in place. These are the systems in place. Okay, do you really think that they want you to be greater? Do you think they want to stay attached? See, they all want to attach to another individual. They have nothing to hold on to when you become successful and reach a peak level of success. They feel like they have nothing to hold on to, so they try to delay the process of things. But it's like, you can't delay greatness, ho. Like, isn't that God's plan, too? Then God's plan, you know? So you can't stop God's plan. You can't stop when, a success. You can't stop what was written. You just can't stop it. They said keep going. That says keep going, light worker, but me and the light, we need to have a talk. Me and the light need to talk. And then look, somebody's phone ring when I say me and the light need to talk. Don't play with me. We need to have a little kinky. Let's talk about it. Because I talk to him. Listen, I talk to him. Like, do we need to discuss something? Because I'm not finna just, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. If I feel something's off anywhere or anything, then there's going to be a discussion needed to be had. You know? But God will let me know what's this. Oh, y'all. So this is okay. So this card is not tarot card. This card was one day I needed a don't get that away from your heart. What is that in your heart for, bro? Ooh. And look how disgusted I did when I wiped that out. Y'all, that's what I'm saying. The angel's like, what the fuck is that in your heart? Is that in your heart? So this right here is actually, I'm gonna have to cover that. This is actually this is a system that I wrote down. You know how people call you with a phone number and you like, oh, I got nothing to write with. So I just got, I have like more cards like placed on the side there. So I say, okay, well, I wrote down their information, right? This is a card of a system's information. As we're talking about powers, principalities, and systems of this world, literally, this is not supposed to be with my cards, okay? But this is what happens when we talk about systems. The truth come out. And these systems, again, but they said just keep going. Okay. So I'm going to pull more off the floor because, okay, they figured out your plan. Okay, just pull these. Then just leave it alone. And then after this, you can be done. Trust no one, right? This one's blank. Your ex, well, you know, we don't trust him over here. Oh, okay, focus. Okay. I will have victory. You say you are a shooting star, so have no fear, 'cause God is here. God is protecting you. Thank you. He's always Father. And they know, God knows I call him, yeah, that's my father. I don't have no parents. And I don't. And I don't wish or speak death and stuff, so I don't really say, you know, I just say I don't have any. But I don't have any. My Father, my God, yeah, that's what it is. The dollar bill, y'all, because the money coming, because God says, you know what, baby, you were supposed to be born rich. Like, you know what, baby, you were supposed to be born, all them ideas you had, that was supposed to be come true. All them things that they tried to tell you, no, you need to stop drawing. What was another thing? I used to draw. I used to spend so much time drawing. I loved to draw different. It was way of me being creative. I drew when I was so young a picture of swords coming out somebody's mouth because I knew the power of words and the swords and stuff. My mom was like, that's demonic. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Actually, see, and I was such a obedient kid. Like, if I was a badass kid, really, the stuff she was saying was so stupid. She said it was demonic. How? And even my cousin at the time, he was like, no, it's not. It's art. It's a form of expression. To shut up real quick. And then she went and I had made the garage my like art space. And even though there's a lot of like bugs all of a sudden being in there, I couldn't understand why. They said just because it's the garage, but that was bullshit. But they pretty much was like, she told me that, you want to draw? You know, Picasso didn't make money until after he was dead. You want to make money after you die? And I was like, well, no. She goes, so what you gonna do with your time? After school, draw. Bitch, like, leave me alone. So that's what happened. But they told me to focus, right? Because these people tried to stop your success when you was younger. You was supposed to be successful already. All those ideas that other people had, you already had them. Because God said you're supposed to get success. God said you will be successful, and success is there. It should be your middle name. And I don't even have one. You will be okay. You will be okay because they're falsified documents, but it's all going to come out. The truth is going to come out because you was already free. But speaking the truth is going to set you free and set more people free. Because God said, go free your people. Healing phase. Spiritual chains are being broken. Powers of principality. See, they know. They know. At that moment, they knew they done fucked up. And if they didn't know, they're going to know. They're going to know. If they haven't had that, because they're not into it. How do you not? Bruh. Some of them do. Some of the specialists are like, ooh. But they're afraid to say. They're afraid to go up against somebody else because they don't have enough cojones. They're not a leader. They're a puppet, remember? In a puppet game. They're like a clown in the circus. Well, in that circus, there's people who are in charge of the clowns, right? And then there's also the people who own the circus. Then there's also people who is in charge of that. So you got all these people in charge, and they don't want to step on nobody's toes. They don't want to hurt nobody on their way up to nothing. Because as they're being promoted, they still don't understand you would never be to the top of the owner. Never. So you'll always have people, bruh. But they feel like if they have people under them, then that makes them cool. That makes them better. See, it's about having people under them and not really helping to change policies that aren't right or helping to make the company better, not with ill intentions, but intentions to better for the masses, because the masses are affected by the powers and principalities, by the different systems that are in place in today. Let's keep it real. But God saw everything. I know he saw it. Because I'll be like, sometimes I'm like, God, do you see this? Ah! I'm like, God, do you see this? Like all the time. Like all the time. Like, God, God, is she serious? Like me and God, we talk like for real. Like I'm talking about we so close that y'all to call my name. You see, it says continue YouTube readings. He wants me to do these readings. This ain't something I just said, no, he wants me to continue to do these readings. Again, I got shit to, stuff I like to do, but a part of this, see, I'm doing so many things at one time that God's like, you can't stop. Your nose is clogging up, so that means somebody wants you to stop because you'll have victory. And they know you're going to have victory because all this stuff is a cover-up for the powers and principalities. I told y'all, nobody's afraid, everybody's afraid to speak up on what happened. They know that they fucked up and made a mistake, so instead of them doing it, they're all just covering up the mistakes somebody made. Somebody made a crucial mistake and everybody's covering it up. For what? You gonna risk your fucking license for everybody? It's for somebody else? But they feel like that's gonna help them climb up to the top. But it was a cover-up. I told you there was an undercover there. I seen it. Bruh. How y'all, and then that's why they had to, because I saw it. I saw everything. So they had to say, oh, let's drop her down. Let's date her. Because I saw everything. So that's why they call the crazy game. Oh, she crazy. She mental. Bitch, fuck you. You need some Mentos, bitch. Because your breath stink. But for real, they tried to do that. Like, y'all serious? If I see through your plan, how the fuck am I the crazy one? If I see through your bullshit, how am I crazy? Does that makes me crazy because I can see through the bullshit? That makes me crazy because I can see people's depths of people's soul. That makes me crazy because I could figure out their plan before they plan because I know their intentions. That makes me crazy. Well, damn. Okay. All right. Because, and by the way, if any medical professional says the word crazy, they're dumb as shit. Crazy is not the definition. It's insane. It's insanity. Okay, so if any mental professional ever says, yeah, I think she's crazy, that's a red flag with that medical professional. Because crazy is not a fucking defined or in the medical, that's not even a medical word. And guess what's facing me right here? Powers and principalities. Guess what's facing me right here? God saw everything. Not just a little bit. Not just the things that they wanted other people to see. Not just the things that they portrayed to the masses. God saw everything. Everything that happened, he saw it. He didn't close it. You think God need to close his eyes? He be looking. While they be lurking, he be looking. Okay? Crucifixion. What happened with Jesus? That's me and Jesus close. Me and Jesus so close, man, y'all ain't know it. When they realized I wasn't completely naive, right? The world wants you to be naive. They want you to be asleep. They want you to be not knowing. So they continue to do control to individuals. That's the whole point. It's about power and control. I told you. Go to my other readings. It say that I said the three main things was greed, power, and like money or control. It said like I said it like them three things that is the reason for all the stuff going on in the now, going on in the before and going on even before that. It's about power, money, and greed. And greed and money are two different things. Sorry, that was a spiritual burp. Ooh, okay. That needs to come out, okay. But those power, money, and greed, Okay, money and greed are not the same thing because people can be greedy about food. People can be greedy about material things and not just money. But those are the three reasons why the systems do what they do. Um, but yeah, they want you to be naive because it's a, they want you to be, they want to control the masses, right? And then okay, let's talk about the asylum. Oh, so they said to pull that card. There's a card. Okay, so y'all. Oh, so this card, it was like this. They said to pull the card on top. What's right here? I'm getting stronger each day. They never can't hold on to you. Okay, so we read these cards already, but they want me to pull the one that's on top. It says it was a cover up. So that's why they want you in the mental house, because they want you to speak the fuck up. They want you to say what's the real, what you really know. Because if you say what you really know, that's somebody's ass. That's somebody's fucking credentials. That's somebody's fucking whole livelihood. You know, people will do anything to protect their livelihood. They don't care if it's legal, if they have to falsify documents, if they have to get other people to agree and do signatures to put other people's name on stuff. To have people write statements on purpose. Why is a statement already prepared? Why y'all already have a prepared statement? Because y'all knew shit was finna go down. So y'all had to make sure everybody said, this is what happened. And all y'all stories make sense, but if an ambulance was called, who called the ambulance? And y'all, it was a cover-up. But nobody has enough common sense that it's not even about intuitive gifts. It's a common sense. Everybody's moving on the same route. But we can talk about the mental asylum. Because I give you guys an example of what happened to me, because you guys know I'm authentic and true, and because I know that I went through that for a reason. That was not for nothing. But the insane assignment, why they put you in there is because. Go ahead. Okay. They put you in a insane assignment because you then become a dependent of the state. Should we talk about what the dependent of the state? That means that the state makes decisions for you. Your family makes decisions for you. People make decisions for you. So your money, your income, your things go to the state and go to your family. Okay? That also keeps you quiet. Also, you cannot leave the asylum or any mental health place without a psychiatrist saying that you can now be back into society. And before they do that, before they even give you an inkling of if you can go back into society, they give you a whole bunch of drugs and medication. They watch you and look at your behavior and to see, what's what. And then they also keep you medicated. So now you're not feeling the same. You're not acting the same. You're not more in tune with your emotions. You're just sedated. You're just heavily medicated. So now you're not vibrating as your normal self, right? People they be in there like from all the different medication that they give them, and let you even speak and say, "I'm not supposed to be in here." They're like, "Yeah, go sit down, okay." Mm-hmm. Right? Treat you like literally like, because everybody just clocking in. Trust me, everybody just clocking in. They don't care. They clocking in, say jobs. So what happens that's the plan of why you go in, and that's how the fuck you get out. When you get out, you have to have a case plan. Which you still have to take the medication, and then they test you to make sure you're taking the medication. To make sure you stay sedated and to make sure your mental stays sedated. And by the time you get off that medication or the medication isn't, you knew you wasn't crazy. Of course, people will tell you crazy if you don't think like them. People will tell you crazy for any reason. People use that word like, crazy. But it's really not crazy. Bitch, I don't have to think like other people. I can think outside the box. Why I gotta think in the box? Why I gotta think like you? Why do I have to respond like you? Because that's how you respond. Everybody responds differently, right? To things. Now, as long as it's not aggressive, abusive, and you're not harming anybody, how you respond to situations is your own prerogative based off of how you grew up, your religion, your race, because race has a lot to do with why we grew up, our culture, and things like that. But they throw people in these places to sedate them and keep them quiet while other people profiting from money. So everybody's getting money from it. The people clocking in, the psychiatrist, the state, from the building. The investors are getting their money back, right? Then you're getting medication. The medication people are getting money. right? And then every time you go in a session, somebody's getting the money, right? And then they get money to house you, right? Bro, that's a whole lot of motherfucking money. There's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. A whole lot of money in this motherfucker. Now, ain't that this broke that. It's a whole lot of money in that motherfucker. Do you get what I'm saying? These are the systems in place. I didn't put them there. Shit, you don't want to put no bullshit on there for money. Why do you think money was created? To go back into the system. They call it the economy. Because all they do go round and round is the economy. So yeah, they try to put people in there, and they thought that I don't know what they thought about me. Like, oh, is this gonna be easy? Let's see if this is gonna happen. If she talked about, like, what did you think I was gonna talk about in a mental institution? Like, but the family thinks why you're. Let me tell you. Okay, they tell about the schizophrenic, because see, I called it out. There was somebody I knew who had a schizo. Y'all, see this? I'm gonna say this story time for another time because I really want to break down these fucking mental things. Because these people would say anything to try to prove their case, to prove that this is why we did it. It wasn't for the money. It was because we really trying to help. This person really needs the help. Look at this. And since I ain't gonna go with the flow, y'all know me, I ain't going with no flow. If I know it's not right, they thought you was gonna give in. They thought at your lowest, right? They thought that if you at your lowest, if all these people keep saying shit to you like you crazy, like maybe it could be this, maybe it could be that. If they kept trying to convince me I didn't give birth, bro. They tried to convince me that child was not my child was not mine. So I know they be trying to convince people other shit. How you gonna convince me I didn't give birth when I had such a hard time during the time when I gave birth? What are you talking about? Are you sure you have a child? Well, what's his name? Are you sure that's your baby? What the fuck? But I still handled it cool. I still said, yeah, like I gave birth. Oh, that response? You're emotionally unstable with that response. How the fuck am I supposed to respond if you just asked me if I have a child and I told you I gave birth? Like, that's my child, and I told you that's my child. Y'all, they try to convince you of something, and it's not, And all I had to do was be honest. Like, I gotta lie for y'all. Know I'll just be making up shit. I ain't got time to make up stuff. I got like real shit to do. So I was just honest with him, talking to him, y'all. But here's the problem. It's all a money game. All of it's a money game. All of it. And I don't think it's like an outsmarting thing. It's not like you outsmarted the psychologist. It's more like you knew yourself enough. You know self enough. You know God enough. So it's not an outsmart thing, right? Because it's more of you know yourself. Right, like I know I gave birth. Can't nobody ever convince me I didn't have a child. You can't never. I don't give a fuck. You can't convince me. Right? You can't convince. It's like I know myself enough. I know who I am enough. Where you can't convince me I'm crazy. You can't convince me I'm fat. You can't convince me that nothing because I know me enough to know who I am. Right? So they try to convince you, and people who don't know themselves might. Well, maybe. Well, possibly. Well, there's a chance. No, there ain't no chance. Give me my goddamn fucking kid gonna get out of my face. I didn't say it like that, but that's what I was like, bruh. Like, I'm looking at this motherfucker like, it's comical, right? I'm looking at him like, is you dumb or stupid? Or dumb or stupid or dumb? Like, how you gonna convince me, somebody like me who knows myself enough, a whole lot, that something that I know is false? And I'm not gonna go with it, y'all. I'm not gonna go with the flow because the flow, it seems like a river flowing good, so let me go with it. And no, I don't care what way the river flowing, everybody else is flowing. If I know it's not correct, I'm gonna go the other way. Period. So, yeah, so it is comical. But these are the systems that's in place, y'all. The systems that are in place for money reasons. It's all a money grab. So while they was cheering on having a beer after work and said, oh, we got her, y'all. She went to the thing, y'all. She probably going to be there in a minute. They had no idea. Yeah, people will try. Yeah, right. People will try to tell you how to be. People will try to try to convince you of who you are. But ain't nobody, not if you know self. Like, how the fuck you gonna convince me? And then people are projecting too. People try to project their insecurities on another individual. All those things. Now, I want to know something about psychiatrists. Why is most of them have to grab a drink every night? How come most of them need some liquor at night or wine? Doctors too. Why do y'all need to sip of wine at night every night? And I ain't saying nothing wrong with whatever people do. That's their business. I don't. That's your business. Whatever you do, I don't judge. But how is it that these psychiatrists, they have trouble coping, so they need to grab a drink, a beer, or whatever, because they have difficulties coping. But you want to try to tell somebody about their fucking life and what they need to fix, or what you feel is might not be right, but you don't even know the right mechanisms to cope for your own fucking self. Because they're not really giving you coping ways and real true therapy. They're giving you medication to get down your throat. Because it's all a money game. Here's a referral. Here's a medication. A money game. And make sure you come back for another session. Here's a money game. We'll see you next week, right? Because you need the services, right? And that's the way the cookie crumbles. And yes, we can get into churches. We can get into stuff like that. But because there is a sense of control and things like that, but those are more like cults, right? So the churches work with them. They're more like a cult thing. So the churches work with these systems and get donations, get money, get stuff like that. It's anonymous donation, right? Or they're partnered up with them in some type of way, right? So it's not. So these are like cults partnering up with demons in the system, or people who have ill intentions in the system, and they partner up with them, right? Like the Jews partnered up with the Romans, knowing they had ill intentions, they still partnered up with them. Then told on Jesus, like, go, you know what Jesus doing? He over here trying to change the game. Let's go fix this. Or what they thought was fixing it. Do you get what I'm saying? They thought it was fixing. And what they did to Jesus. Can y'all see my other live I did, Rain? Can you see, is my other live up, the one I did yesterday? See, I don't be going back and checking my stuff. Like, I don't be paying attention. But did it ever post? I don't know if it posted up for people to see if my lives are being saved. I'm not really sure. Because I don't go back and look. I look at some of my readings sometimes with my lives, y'all. I'll be going on. And I only wanted to do 30 minutes, but they said talk about the systems. And I only mentioned 2. They wanted me to talk about more systems that are in place. I quite frankly, I already know, and I kind of don't. God gave me the knowledge of what's going on. Listen to childhood songs. Yeah, I'm going to get off of here. Like, what are we doing? Okay, I'm going to pull, that's sweet, thank you. Oh man, seriously, it says continue. What other system am I missing? Because they want me to, do cards, but there's another system that I'm missing. So it's up. Okay, okay, thank you, Rand. I just wanted to make sure it posted up. I know it was live, but I don't know if it posted on my page, because a lot of people are watching my page for information, because, they know that I know something. They don't know what I know, how I know it, or when I know it, but they know I know something. Because when they look at me, they don't see, oh, this naive, cute little gal. They see somebody who's like, bitch, I see that ancient demon inside you. What you want? And I'm looking dead in their face. I don't kiki with them. Like, I don't kiki. They be trying to get me to kiki and laugh with them. Open up. Let's talk about something. Let's talk. And it's like, I will talk to them. I will have conversations with them. I will exchange ideas and stuff like that as far as the things that need to be done. But I am who I am. And I love who I am, and God loves me. He loves me for show. So I ain't tripping, okay. And then that's it, y'all, for real. Ooh! So it says your mother, right? I got a song channeling, right? And normally the song channeling I just let kind of come out without me having to think about it. But this song channeling, I was like, well, why? Because it said, yes, your mother says, give me paradise, give me para. So your mother wants to go to paradise, but she didn't already she didn't done what she didn't done, and God saw it. So she just saw what they already saw. Oh, I'm getting a movie, y'all, but I don't want to talk. Nope. They showed me a movie, and what happens in the movie? What's happening in the movie right now? And that's so Raven. It's the future I can see. No. It's so mysterious to me. Yeah. Okay. All right. So start channeling song, channeling movie, all at one time. Okay. And the only reason why I do this to my thing is because so what they were trying to do with the people who have gifts, the people who are pretty much oracles who can tell or who knows what's going on, future, past, and present, they tried to put them all in insane asylums and try to convince them that they're not who they are. Using different things, electric shock, different things to help, to what they say help them. And I'm getting a certain movie, but it was going to be people who they say are chosen by God. They're going to try to put them in institutions. Let me pull cards on that. No, just pull it like this. They have belittled you. God's favorite number right here. And God, this is a card for me. It actually talks about success. That's why I'm gonna show this card because it's more towards me. I really should take this out of the deck, but this I don't do. I'm done personal readings in a minute because when I do personal readings, I'm gonna make more cards for that. And typically, it probably will be based off of the person's energy because these cards are what I am to be doing. Okay, that's why I don't have. I threw. Well, I need to because I'll throw and rip up cards in the middle of the thing, like But I don't do things a certain way. These two are blank. I want to know about because they told me to pick it like this. I want to do about the mental institution. They thought they could play you. You think I'm dumb? You think I'm stupid? Do I look like what's that song? Hold on. Sorry, you guys. I am still new. I need a moderator. Who wants to be my Oh no, wait, hold on. Where is Ray? You gonna be my moderator? Hold on. Okay, you're a moderator. Take Creole Queen off of my channel, please. Take her off. I'm still y'all. I'm so new to YouTube, the lives, the other stuff. I'm so new to it, but yeah, she's off, and I could talk about why, but I knew instantly. I said I called. I pretty much said who she was and what she is in the beginning of in the middle of the reading because I felt the energy. But then again, it was a cover up. So again, it was a cover up. You're right about everything. What else needs to be said for real? Y'all seen what the card said. Y'all seen how I started this. Y'all seen how I didn't really want to talk about this, but they said to talk about this, and they're gonna say you're right, and how they tried to play you and stuff. So y'all see that. Like I don't even want to be talking about the stuff I'll be going through, but the reason why the God and them allowed I have went through it is to let the world know what's going on. It wasn't I didn't just go through that to just sit back and go through that. I'm not like That's what I think. I used to take it. I used to just take shit. Because I know I could take it and handle it. So I used to just take it, handle it, whatever. But God's like, what the fuck? A couple of times I can see you just taking it, whatever, you learning. But now it's like, no. No. You're not about to just take. Like, no. Y'all, but it was all a cover up. Now, if y'all ever worked before, y'all know how jobs do, right? Y'all know how work do. Y'all seen how people try to cover their ass many a times. Well, what happens when they make the mistake? At that moment, they knew they fucked up. There's a lot of covering up that happened. They tried to cover up. I know who shot you, but the punks didn't finish. Now they're about to hear the wrath of the menace because you have success even though they falsified documents. Those cards flew out. I know it was a game. Oh wait, hold up. Let me take you. How are you on moderations? Remove moderation. Why are you on my moderations? No, you need to not be a moderator. Because people be trolling. Because I'm getting into people's cultures and some old shit. Like. But yeah, they tried to play me. But this is all a money game. This is all a money game. Except I told y'all in the middle of the reading, like, do y'all look like I care about and not think about the dollar bill all the time? Like, and y'all know what I used to buy with my money though? I used to buy hair products. I used to buy facial products. And they all had a whole bunch of chemicals in it. They all had a lot of chemicals. So if it's a lot of chemicals, well, you're not learning from me, Creole, because, sweetheart, you're learning from the culture you grew up in. Creoles do a lot of fucking witchcraft. Like, stop the bullshit. Like, you ain't learning from me. You already know some stuff. Like, and I knew that in the beginning of reading because I called you out. I was like, okay, somebody's energy's here. That's this and this and that. And it was born up into it. So, you're not learning from me. You trying to learn so you can do your witchery in the back. I know, bruh. Like, y'all can't fool me. Y'all think y'all more intelligent than my God? When he sees everything, you saw that in the reading, he sees everything. So y'all think y'all more intelligent than him? The people who need to learn from me, they're learning. But there's other people who just want to know for their own sick, selfish reasons. And I don't do shit for that. Like, me and God had to talk because I said that shit disgusts me. Like, no, I don't be going on here YouTube to make people rich. Like, the fuck I look like? Bitch, I ain't even chasing the dollar bill. What the fuck I'm going to give you the motherfucking thing to chase the dollar bill for? Like, and how are you helping the collective, or are you just doing it for money? Oh, this keeps popping up. It was a cover up. I know. What do you want to say? Listen to childhood songs. Who shot you, but you punks him? Okay, what childhood song, you guys? You just fell in my lap. Something fell? You figured, they can't figure you out. After it was a cover up, they can't figure you out, fell into my lap. Or fell on the floor. So because they can't figure you out, they want to label you crazy. So it's not my fault you can't figure me out. It's not my fault I don't fit in y'all box of illness, wickedness, and shit. That's not my fault. I choose not to. It's a choice, bitch, and I choose not to be a part of it. Because I don't play the money game. Then what? What the fuck are y'all gonna do? Let's try to get her out the game. Because she might change the whole fucking game because she ain't chasing the money. And if you don't know, now you know. I don't care. I don't care about that game plan, but I told people, don't fuck with me. Don't be in my energy field. Don't be messing with me because I just like to heal and be left alone. But when you come into my space and then try to be dominating and controlling and try to cover up shit and try to portray me as one way or try to convince me I'm one way when I know I'm not, because God saw it all. Okay, I want to pull a couple more cards and then we're going to go because I know about the cover up. I'm going to do more cards, y'all. So tomorrow, y'all, I must try to get on be more consistent because I'm not consistent because I don't want to be. That's the truth. Like, I don't want to. And y'all see my attitude low key when I be pulling cards. I'm like, do I gotta talk about this one? Do I gotta talk about this one? Do I gotta talk about this one? But they want me to discuss Jesus. They want me to discuss the powers and principles of this world. They want me to discuss things because they know that I'm right about everything, the information I'm getting. And they want me to share with the collectives who don't know yet what's going on and what's happening. They're trying to understand. They're trying to know. They're trying, but it's like it's so much. It's so much that they're like, wait, but where do I start? But where? My biggest advice to you guys is go to God is the biggest way. He got all the answers. I just got a couple of them. Now he give me. But you can ask God directly. Because there was a time where I was like, yo, and I don't, never mind, I ain't going to tell y'all because y'all can't do what I do. You get what I'm saying? I want to tell you guys because y'all can't do what I do because a certain heart I have. And God knows my innocence and my heart, my purity. So when I go to God, sometimes I can go to God, my Father, in a way as just like a child goes to their parent. In a way sometimes, and is it the healthiest way? It is because it's a learning lesson, I feel. But sometimes I'll be going to God, I'll be going to, because the angels, well, I wouldn't say to God, the angels. The angels who communicate with me, sometimes I'll be like, yo, no, I just want to hear from God. Like, no, I just want God to talk to me today. Like, it's too much going on right now. Listen, like, I just want to talk to God. Ooh, y'all, look, God came out, and you're right about everything. Yo, when God come out, and when God say you right about everything, that the information you giving it and giving the people, you know you just hit major success. Talk about, he said, I'm gonna make you an overnight celebrity, girl. And God knows I don't care about that. But God says, but what he wants for my life is way bigger than what is. You know, but I told you, I don't be chasing the money. I don't chase fame. I don't chase likes. I mean, it'd be cool if y'all supported and actually liked and looked, but, you know, okay, to each his own, whatever. I'm still going to put the messages out because that's what I'm told to do, you know. But what I'm going to do is, thank you for blocking. Who did you guys block? Yep, time out. Wait, hold on. Why did you delete her messages, bruh? Wait. Why was I didn't even ring. I didn't even get your messages. I didn't even get your last message because somebody, I don't know how she became a fucking monitor. Y'all, you know I made a mistake. Oh, y'all, I'm about to get off of here, but y'all tune into my other live. Start watching my videos, you guys, and not just the popular ones, right? Go to the different ones where I'm trying to educate and give you guys information because it was a cover up. Okay. I know. They're just covering up. So that's why they're watching. I know. They so sweet. They ain't gonna never let me not know the plan. I think my angels, my spirit guys, and God don't got my back. God, they love me. But they also love a lot of people in the collective who actually have a relationship. Like, you gotta know God. Like, and I don't really know what's going on in this world, but I knew God. That was enough for me. Now, everybody's different, you know. And some people need actual validation. Some people need something tangible. Some people need something they can hold on to. Or they feel like, oh, well, this I can hold on to. But it's so much more, y'all. Like, it's so much more. Thanks, Rain. I know, because I was like, it was almost, I was like, I need to do this before 12 o'clock. I need to make sure today I get on, because every day I know they work with their Wicca and their witchcraft to shut me up. So every day I need to make it a point to get the messages out to the collective to let them know what's going on, because y'all is going to keep going on. I'm going to bring y'all on this journey with me. Y'all was with me with my spiritual journey when I started to do tarot reading cards for the masses. When I was getting under major attack. See, they was mad. See, that's when the shit happened. August is when I started uploading videos for you guys. August is when all the shit went down. A little food for thought. Yeah. They don't want me to give messages out, but you can't stop me. You know, you can't stop me. I'm just so silly, y'all. You know, like, I'm just so silly. Sometimes I take myself serious. We just have to be having fun, too. But no, this is real. This is real. This would really happen. They try to convince me. They try to this, and that, but mm-mm. And I'm gonna let y'all go on this journey with me because there's so more to the story, y'all. There is so much more, and y'all can go on this journey with me because when I say this ain't, yeah, because I know it's a cover up. I know everybody who's involved, and I don't think I'm gonna lay down on this one. I'm getting that enough movie when the girl was sitting there, right? I mean, where the girl was being trained by the black guy with the deep voice, and he said, and when you're down, they're gonna be a coward, and they're gonna kick you. They tried to kick me when they felt I was down, but bitch, I really wasn't down. I was just laying there. I wasn't down. So, yeah, you gotta have fun with it though, right? You gotta laugh sometimes with stuff going on. That's why you seen in my cards earlier too, they said to laugh. Like they want me to laugh and not be like so take stuff so serious, right? So we be laughing, we be giggling, they be sending me like God, when I say God really loves me, like for real. And this is a journey that we're on together, but they try to belittle you. Let me stop pulling cards, y'all, because we know they try to belittle me. But y'all, we be having that fun, having like a comical relief because it's like all the stuff going on in this world, we can't take it that serious all the time, right? We can't just be, because it's way too much. We got to be able to smile, and it's good for our vibration, it's good for our energy, it's good for us all together, right? So I'm definitely going to get off of here, you guys. I had to make sure I got it on because ain't nothing gonna hold me down. I got to keep on moving. Especially when they thought that I'd be mad because the trolls decided, oh, let's. So what they do is they make up a whole bunch of fake troll pages. So then at one time they can like look like my subscribers are going down. Y'all, you think I give a fuck about subscribers going down or up? The only reason why I need my subscribers to go up that one time I asked for it was so I can go live. That was it. Because I don't have enough. I had to go live because I don't have enough storage. I didn't have enough storage on my phone. So I was like, I need to go live. So that way they could just see me and I could do longer videos instead of like 5 minutes or 6 minutes, upload it, delete it, and then have to do another one. You know what I'm saying? But yes, so we did our reading tonight. We getting stronger each day. We still moving past and getting stuff done because they tried to stop us today, so we kept moving. Yep, so I am glad you guys stay tuned in and watch to the end because this is long. This fucking damn almost 2 hours. Yeah. But I want y'all to get the information. So that is the story of how they tried to shoot me in the back, but the punks didn't finish. They came. But y'all, I'm gonna do other readings. I'm gonna do personal readings, y'all. I'm gonna start doing personal readings. But y'all gonna have to email me. I'm gonna do a whole new email so I can get y'all email because y'all gonna have to email me so I can do the personal readings. It probably gonna be long though. Like I'm probably gonna say it's 30 minutes, but if I go over, I ain't gonna stop. If they tell me to continue reading, I'm gonna continue reading and go to shit. So you never know how many hours, how long it's gonna be with me, you know. But if I feel a certain energy, then you don't know how short it's gonna be either. Like I know who you is. So I'm gonna make different cards so I can read it to the collective. So it's gonna be whatever my heart, and then I'm probably gonna do a separate thing where I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna tell y'all. See. Because they're just going to try to copy my ideas. So when y'all do hit me up, I'm going to tell y'all the different options I have how I'm going to read it. Because y'all know I read it different ways, right? But it'll all be where you can see it. So you'll visually be able to see everything, right? And I'll go ahead and hook y'all up. So, but thanks y'all for tuning in. I'm finna chill, talk to y'all some more, do what I'm supposed to be doing. I want you guys to keep going. Shit, we keep going. We on this journey together. Let's go. So, all right, you guys, have a good night. Stay safe. Make sure you pray, even if it's just 5-10 minutes. Just say what's up to God. I mean, He always with you, so say hi. All right, y'all. I'm out.